Marine hot water in McDonald's.
What an atmosphere!
Triple M rocks footy.
It's what rugby league's all about. Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
And a very good afternoon off the stadium in Perth for this game. Beautiful blue sky along the west coast of Australia. We don't get to say the west coast of Australia very often. In the beautiful city of Perth, a double-header today. Cronulla take on Manly and then South take on the Cowboys. I don't know if you've been to Perth. I've been there many occasions, and Josh Reynolds, to me, it looks like Sydney, only it's 4,000 kilometres away, so I haven't gone out of my way in the last few years to get there.
Hello, Maroon. Hello, Wado, and hello, everyone.
Hello, Josh.
I love Perth.
Okay.
I've been there.
Okay.
I have absolutely enjoyed Perth for a few reasons. We played in Perth once for the Bulldogs, and I'm happy with Perth. The stadium's beautiful.
Not enough people there today?
We said we were not going to talk about that.
I never said that at all.
Me and Grubby said that. You weren't listening to us. Hello, everyone. And Maroon, it's great to be here. But I've got to back up Grubby. I've had a couple of games over in Perth. Yep. I do enjoy the travel over there. The stadium is quite impressive. It's brand new. All the bells and whistles that a brand new stadium has. And it's a good change-up. It is a little bit far away for you, Maroon. I know you like the comforts of home.
I do.
But, I think it's an awesome place to go and play. And you know what? They have some fantastic golf courses over there.
Well,
all your downtime.
I didn't know that. But if I had to put it on a bumper sticker, I'd say this. Perth. It's a long way to go to see Perth. That's all I'm saying. It's a long way away.
Where do you live in Little Bay? You won't even travel to Maroubra.
I go to the Goldie every other month. What are you talking about? I get around. I've been to all the exotic places. Grafton, Kiama, Coffs Harbour. Let's take a break and we'll come back with the kick-off as Triple M rocks the footy.
How do you feel? I feel like a Tooheys. The game's on, the team's ready, and it's time for a Tooheys. Whether you're cheering on your team at the stadium or watching with mates at the pub, nothing beats the legendary refreshment of Tooheys. Proudly born right here in New South Wales, Tooheys is all about the spirit of bringing people together, whether you're celebrating an epic win or commiserating a crushing defeat. So next time you're at the pub or bottle shop, grab a Tooheys and raise a glass to the team that's bringing you together. Drink responsibly. For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
And there's no question, no, it is a beautiful stadium and the Swan River is absolutely beautiful. And look, your blokes have won the 2 games, Wado. An important one for them today. By the way, haven't they done a lot of travel?
They have done a lot of travel this year, but they're not in their own there. There's been other teams who have had similar runs, and I think the best thing about this week for the Sharkies, they had a 4 weeks preparation, a shorter preparation the week before, missing a couple of guys. Sifa Talakai was out with a HIA. He's back this week. Tig Wilton missed the game for illness, and Kale Ira was out with a hamstring injury. But Mawini Harodi will step back into that role. They welcome back Sifa. They welcome back Tig. But it's a big match off the back of 2 losses. They need to be getting back in the winner's circle, but also a big opportunity for Manly as well. Ola Kawatu's 100th game. They're coming off a loss. Some questions around the feeling in the camp with all the DCE drama carrying on. Can they get things back on track? And the best way to get things back on track is to get wins, Josh, as you know.
Wado, what is it? What is it about Cronulla this year? I just feel their forwards lay a platform. They always do. Their outside backs are exceptional. I mean, Muatalo is probably one of the best wingers in the comp, and he gets you on the front foot no matter what you do. Why aren't the Sharks looking better in 25?
Honestly, I think last week they looked a bit tired, but so did Canberra. In that game, it was an odd sort of a game. Both teams looked a bit flat. Their teams have come home from Vegas, and they've both gone up to North Queensland, and it looked like both teams needed a rest. Now, it would have been nice to get the result despite playing the way you did. They're the important ones throughout the season that you need to sort of get done if you want to be in that top 4 at the end of the year. But I think the weekend off would have helped them. A 4 weeks prep, the travel over. I'm expecting a much sharper attacking show today from the Sharks, and everyone to be a little bit more connected. And I think last week they got out kicked by Jamal Fogarty. So he was fantastic. And it's not just on the kickers there. It comes down to the kick chase. You mentioned Ronnie Multalo. He's one of the best in the competition at getting down there and contesting those kicks. So I'm looking for a much improved Sharks today, but always a dangerous proposition to Manly team, led by DCE, one of the most experienced in the competition, and they have some strikes. So it's going to be a good contest, but yeah, I'm hoping my Sharkies can click into gear and play the way that we've seen them play in the past.
Who are you tipping, Josh?
I'm going the Sharkies.
Okay.
I think they'll bounce back. But you had a really good point there, Maroon. They have travelled a lot, and it can take it out of you, even though you say it doesn't, but it just does. Like the travel and...
Well, the routine, the lack of routine,
Correct.
just something different.
Being around your
every
family,
week,
just little things like that. So, but I still think the Sharkies will turn up today and have a good win against a Manly side who I just think that at the moment, all the Cherry Evans stuff, it's happening. It's there whether they like it or not. No turbo, big task, but yeah, I think the Sharkies will get the cookies today. 100
NRL games for Hamoli Olakau'atu today. The boys are out there. It's 1 o'clock in Perth, which means it's kickoff time at Optus Stadium, and we get underway. The Sharkies kick off, and then it's Josh Aloiai bringing it back 9 metres out from his own line. He's where he'll get up and play it back. Beautiful, lush green field it is too at Optus Stadium in Perth. And then it goes across to the man of the moment, Hamoli Olakau'atu, as I said, 100 NRL games today. Played back to Tavunga once again, and then back inside to that point-scoring machine, Ruben Garrick, and Teague Wilton got under him and brought him down beautifully, 21 metres out from his own line. Then it went to Aloiai, then it went to Brooks. Now they start to shift very early in the piece out to Kola, who's brought down 19 his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. Hopewadi gets in dummy half, and now it's this is the Takiaho getting up to play it back to Brooks. He confused me a little bit then. From the halfway line, Lukey Brooks gets a kick in and finds touch about 20 metres out from the Cronulla line. So 1 minute gone and it's 0-0.
Yeah, great first set by both teams. The Sharkies really strong defensively, but Manly, the good conditions. We know they like to shift. A nice sharp movement out to their left early on, really testing that edge defence of the Sharks. But yeah, what about the conditions? Fantastic to play in this afternoon footy. Expect to be plenty of ball movement this afternoon, Maroon.
Yes, indeed. Brayley gets in there to dummy half, gets the pass off to McInnes. He then passes it away to Adam Fanua-Blake. As I mentioned, Cronulla have won 3, and I should say Manly have won 3 and Cronulla 2. And then Cronulla get a penalty early in the piece, about 20 metres their own side of the halfway line. Double header in Perth. South Cowboys will meet next. So all this talk about will Perth eventually get a rugby league side, and Braithen Astor made the point this morning. This was probably the plan when the North Sydney thing was still in motion.
Yeah, definitely. And look, you can see that Perth definitely want a team there, and definitely the Bears. They've been trying to get back in the NRL for a long time. But you spoke about South Maroon. Do you like them today? They've found a bit of form.
Yes, I do. I think they're absolute certainties today, the Rabbitohs.
Certainties.
Absolute certainties.
Good player playing 5'8".
Personally, I think Cowboys will win. Sorry about that.
Here's Trendle, and he drops one back in for Teague Wilton. 0-0, 2.5 minutes gone on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. And gets up and plays back to Brayley. Adam Fanua-Blake, McInnes, Nico Hines got it away to Nicarora, and right on the west back red zone is where he's going to play it. Brayley then goes to Nico Hines, steps around Tavunga, steps around Brooks, tries to straighten up, can't get around Takiaho, and will now play it 15 metres out on tackle 3. Then it'll go left to McInnes, left again Trindle, left again Kennedy, got the pass away to Hiroti. Changeover, Manly ball 0-0 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there at the end of the set. Nico Hines got caught with the ball. Braden Trindle shifts to the left. He's got to realise that's the last tackle and find a kick and try and resolve. It was a pretty neat way to hand over the ball, wasn't it, Josh?
You know what would happen there back in the day when the great Wade Graham was playing? You give it to your back row and he'll just put a nice little grubber, nice little nudge into the corner.
Yeah.
That is what you call skill, Maroon.
Well, they don't make them like that anymore, mate.
They don't.
You know.
Not that tough either.
Expert comments from Josh Reynolds and Wade Graham, thanks to Seabar Super and Adam G. The G-string, the G-spot, the G-man gives Manly the first penalty of the game.
I'm just going to say earlier, that'll be enough cheat from you boys. All right, we've had our fun. Let's just...
That's not cheat. that is common sense.
Let's just
what used to happen.
Let's just call the game here, all right? We don't need to get nasty like that.
Just so you know, boys, it's Josh's birthday tomorrow, I think. 36 years old. Aloiai now over the halfway line. Happy birthday, Josh Reynolds.
Thank you, Anthony.
And getting up to play it back now at dummy half to Vunga. And then Daly Cherry Evans, Brooks left side, showed it to Kohler. Then eventually he got the pass away to Tommy Talau, and Tom's put the ball down, picked up by Kennedy, and he's going to play it 9 metres out. Still no score, 4 minutes gone.
How's that not? How don't they go back to the spot there, Wado? Like that went 2-3 metres in front of where he dropped the ball.
Yeah, and they do get 0 tackle and extra play, but probably would have been best interest for the Sharks to pack a scrum in the centre of the field.
So Cronulla with the ball, played by Nikora. Here's Adam Fanua-Blake, straight into them, brought down by Olakau'atu, get up to play it back to Brayley. Brayley gets it away to McInnes, who then got it away to Oregon Kafusi. Back then to Brayley, back to Cam McInnes. Nico Hines now throwing it around beautifully, and then brought down by Tom Talau about 8 metres his own side of the halfway line. 5 gone, 0 all. So having a run now out of dummy half is Jesse Ramian. Went to get up and go again. He'll play it on the 5th tackle. Brayley back to Trindle from 45 out. Up she goes. Out up the stadium, Perth. And doing well to get back there and clean things up is Fa'alolo for the Manly side. Played back then to Cherry Evans. And so they try and work it out from their own end once again, this Manly side. But it is plenty of things to do there, Josh. A beautiful stadium, and just not 2 minutes away is a beautiful pub. A beautiful facility there with a lovely range of beers and food. You've probably been there in your travels. Oh, you haven't been to the new stadium, you say?
I haven't been to the new stadium, but don't worry. There was multiple pubs in Perth that I really enjoyed.
Back there for the kick from Brooks. It's expensive though, Perth. The kick comes down and taken on the full by Kennedy. 5 metres out. Starts the gallop, and then he's going to be pulled down by Aloye. 6 gone, 0 all. Trindle goes to dummy half. Now Rudolph Mulatalo, and he's taken in some very good Manly defence. And then it comes across to young Stone Street, local junior, Wado, doing well.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic season. Stoney's an out-and-out finisher of the ball as a winger. I think the Sharkies, they have been missing Sione Katoa and his power out of the backfield, but we've got a great young one in there in Sammy Stone Street.
Now we see Nikora, 90's own side of the halfway line, on tackle 5. Played back to Nico Hines from inside the 40. The kick is high and deep, but there's no trouble. It's taken on the full, and then brought back by Hopewadi with one of the craziest passes I've ever seen. It just sort of dribbled along the floor.
I reckon if you played rugby league, Maroon, that's how you would pass the left to right pass.
The problem with me is I didn't get on the field enough to know. And when I was playing fullback, I was a genuine turnstile.
I reckon you were
genuine turnstile.
You would have been a threat at the back, just probing.
Mate, the only threat I was a threat of going home and having a good cry. As Manly fine touch right on the halfway line, a @MM_NRL. Oh, Devon Pillsbury's back. Asks the question, what did Grubby get for his birthday? We'll find out as Takiaho plays it just over the halfway line. I know he's going out for dinner again. And then a dummy half to Vanga, goes to Brooks. Brooks goes right side, sends one to Aloye. Up the middle he goes, and brought down by Oregon Kafusi, 10 metres inside Cronulla territory. 0 all, 7 gone on the M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Brooks now left, got it away to Ben Trebojevic. The Chesty Bonds man has dropped it, and it's picked up by Cronulla. Now, maybe Cam McInnes was hit there, Wado, while he was down.
Yeah, we're just going to have a look at this, Adam G. He's blown the penalty for possible high shot on Cam McInnes while he's dived on the ball. It's been a weird start to the game. Neither team really taking advantage of the early penalties, the discipline issues, a couple of turnovers from the Manly Seagulls, a couple of penalties from the Sharks. So high tackle, penalty sufficient. They've had a look at it, and Sharkies in a good field position.
There's got to be some sort of, like, maybe duel on the ball just from a heat, because there's some real simple drops happening here, and the contact's not massive, and we're seeing Tommy Talau drop one prior, so it must be a little bit slippery out there.
Nico Hines, Oregon Kafusi, Teague Wilton. 9 metres inside Manly's end, 8 gone. M rocking the footy for Reema Mackers. And then Brayley, McInnes, Nico Hines, and Nikora inside the 40 he goes. And that's where he's going to play it. 100% completion rate for Cronulla right now on the Choice Hotel stats. Brayley, Cam McInnes brought down in a great tackle by Jake Trebojevic, and that is 4. And then a dummy half, it's Brayley again. Adam Fanua-Blake, Nico Hines, Jess Ramian inside the Westpac red zone, tries to pass back in field, and Ben Trebojevic dives on it. So he was going over the sideline there. He had no choice but to turf it back in field, and is picked up by Ben Trebojevic.
Yeah, he thought he had a little bit of space. Jesse Ramey on the outside of his opposition centre, but Cronulla just let him go into that space, and with his speed and his strength, was taking him over the sideline. So the Cronulla Sharks then are forced to pass the ball back in field, but it was picked up by a Manly player.
And now we see it come across to Takiyaho, who gets caught by Adam Fanua-Blake. Tackle 3 is the call. Played it to Vunga, Daly Cherry Evans, Ulukawatu. And always hard to put down, but stopped there by Cam McInnes. Played it to Vunga again. That pass to me looked forward, but Hopewadi's gone through and over the halfway line. We haven't seen Manly down in the business end as yet. It comes back to Brooks from 40 metres out. Up it goes on tackle 5. It's coming down fast. Oh, they let it bounce. And it bounces over the sideline. This will be a Cronulla ball.
I'm not too sure what Kennedy thought there, but seen a few of them this week already, boys. Last night, Reece Walsh just not really going up for the ball, and like the worst thing in the world you can do is let a rugby league ball bounce, and especially a good fullback like Kennedy, he's got to attack that ball.
Yeah, it's odd that one, because he normally is really good under the high ball. We see him get up and above, and he's safe as. So I don't know if he got put off by the defence chase or maybe a bit of sun in the eye because of the early Arvo game, but it was an odd play from the Cronulla fullback.
I feel, boys, both teams look really hesitant. I mean, anything they do. Like, even Jesse Raymond, he didn't look like he wanted to run on that last play, and Kennedy to get up for the ball, so there seems to be a bit of nerves about both sides.
Now played to Nico Hines, McInnes now, Adam Fanua-Blake. 0-all, 10 gone at @M_NRL. Joe Leisha says, can you wish Josh the Grub Reynolds a happy birthday for me? From inside the 40, Cronulla kick, straight down the throat of Hopewati, who brings it back from the 10. So happy birthday to you from Joe Leisha. Grubby, do you know Joe Leisha?
You know I know him, mate.
I know you know Mr. Lebanon 92, 93, 96.
He said he got ripped off in 98.
Joey Thomas beat him 1 year. As it comes across now to Kohler, who'll play at just 10 metres his own side of the halfway line. Played to Brooks. Brooks, he got a lovely little pass away. Is that Tommy Talau coming looking for the football? And Tommy Talau goes over the halfway line. Now they start to open up a little bit. Here's Ben Trebojevic, the chesty bombs man, 18 metres inside Cronulla's end on tackle 4. Tavanga, then Brooks shows it right side. DCE gets it away. Hopewati, Garrick steps inside the Westpac red zone, and that's where he's going to play it about 16 metres out from the Cronulla line on tackle 5. Dummy half is Ulukawatu. Back to Daly Cherry Evans. Kicks across the face of the uprights. Up they go. Nico Hines batted it back like he was playing bloody volleyball, and it was cleaned up by Trindle, and it'll be a goal line dropout.
He didn't quite make the connection that he thought he did. He wanted to tap it over the in-goal. Didn't like the situation. Luckily, Braden Trindle was there to clean it up. And I know we're talking Sharks and Manly, but Josh, the play by young Bostock the other night when he was chasing back, he went to kick it into the stadium, kicked it straight to Leota. Oh, I almost fell out of my chair. But, hey, they got the result, and it's a lesson that young man will learn and hopefully never repeat on the footy field.
And that goes back 10 metres.
I was just about to say, that was an interesting spike. Well, no, what do they call it? It's not a spike. Spike's the hit down, but Nico Hines definitely will not be making the volleyball team.
He will not be.
Soon.
You might, because you, my friend, are a creep, and you'd love to get down the beach and join one of those mixed volleyball teams.
What has that got to do with anything?
Because you, my friend, are what they call a creep. DCE, quick hands, comes out to Talau for the sideline. No, he steps back in field and takes the pass, takes the tackle 10 metres out from his own line, tackle 1. Played back then to Kohler, back toward the centre it goes. Daly Cherry Evans, and then on to Takayaho. 10 metres out, right in front of the post. It's 0-all on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tavanga, Cherry Evans. Here's Josh Aloye for the line, and brought down by Adam Fanua-Blake. 2 metres out from the Cronulla line. Tavanga goes right side. Daly Cherry Evans. Brooks numbers, and brought down by Hiroti. That's great defence from Cronulla, but it's tackle 4. Garrick at dummy half, then Tavanga. Tavanga gets it away to Jake Trebojevic. Camped inside the Westpac red zone, bringing the footy on tackle 5. At dummy half, it's Tavanga. It's Daly Cherry Evans. He got the pass away to Garrick. Changeover. He won't get near the line. Adam G says, I'm the G-string man. Knock on, Cronulla ball.
Who you called changeover early there?
I did, didn't I? I did, but I know what's going to happen.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
You got the, what is it? The ball.
I've got the Kavorka.
Yeah, it's they've decided to run it on last play with that sort of double lead shape. There's a good defence there from the Sharkies, but I don't know, it's just feel both teams still trying to, waiting for the other team to crack. It'll be interesting to see who sort of says, you know what, I'm playing our natural game plan and going to get into this game.
At @NRL, Patsy Parisi says, can you give me a full rundown of Mr. Lebanon's from the 90s? Joe Leisha, 92, 93. Journalist Tim Gilbert, 94, but he let himself go in a hell of a hurry. Joey Thomas, 95, 96, then Joe Leisha back to take the crown in 97. That's almost gone, It bounced up for Hopewati.
Robbie Farrow ever get a look in?
No, Robbie was only a kid back there.
What about, like, present?
Oh, present? Well, he'd probably get the mature age.
What about Josh Manshaw? Surely he's in there somewhere.
You've got to have a little bit of hair on you. Goes out now from Olakawatu. Garrick's got a bit of room to move. Steps inside Trindle. Steps inside Mulatalo. And he'll play at Tenny's own side of the halfway line. 14 gone and it's still 0-all. Here's the man at the moment, Olakawatu. What a run to celebrate 100 NRL games. Tackle count restarts. Manly getting a roll on. DCE short side. Got the pass away. And then brought down his Fawalolo about 29 metres out from the Cronulla line on tackle 2. Cherry Evans, Jazz Tavanga, Takiyaho Brooks. Brooks got the pass away. It came out to Kohler. Kohler goes back inside the Westpac red zone before he's brought down by Stone Street. 20 metres out and 10 in from touch on tackle 3. Back it comes now to Hopewati. Steps left, steps right. Gets an awkward, awful pass away. Scooped up by Olakawatu. Back inside the 20-metre zone before he's pulled down by Teague Wilton. Now 15 gone and 0-all on tackle 4. Daly Cherry Evans, Aloye. But Manly, my friends, have had 65% of the ball in the last 10 minutes. Brooks, DCE, flat little pass to Ben Trebojevic. Wasn't a good pass. Ben drops it. Cronulla ball, changeover, 0-all.
Yeah, some strong goal line defence the Sharkies have started with this game, but they're getting caught in the midfield a little bit. Manly, with their style they like to play, shifting early and moving from coast to coast. They've been managing to make plenty of metres and they're winning that field position battle, aren't they, Grubby?
I think this is just where they missed Turbo Wado, just stepping up on that last play. I know he doesn't kick the ball, but his threat out the back of those sweep lines probably opens it up there for his brother Ben a little bit more. And, yeah, he's such a good player because it's not just his presence and what he does, it's when he's out the back or when he's a decoy in plays.
Wilton, Hiroti. Now, that pass from Teague Wilton to Hiroti left Mawini Hiroti no choice but to go over the sideline.
Yeah, they risked going wide early, Sharks, and they jumped down that short side, dish it out to Mawini. He really had nowhere to go. Young Falalo was all over him, and we mentioned that field position battle. Manly slowly getting the upper hand. They're in great position now. Centre field play the ball 45 metres out. With all this possession and field position, they could score first.
I feel at the moment, Wado, it's the Sharkies are at their best when Hines and Trindle are linking up. At the moment, they just seem to be left and right. Yeah, so I think they got to link up and go down the short sides, and they both sort of seem to be wanting to run their own sides, which just isn't working. 17 minutes gone, 0-all on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Manly Cronulla. Right side Tavanga, Jake Trebojevic, Cherry Evans almost through. But by gee, they've had a lot of ball and a lot of field position now, Manly, and not turned it into points. Tavanga got the pass away to Takiyaho, who's 5 metres out. The tackle count might restart there. Tavanga. Brooks goes left side. Hopewati, a little kick through. Talau is there. Grounded, though, by Jess Ramey, and so still 0-all. And Manly, as I say, Grubby, they've had all the ball, all the field position, still nothing on the scoreboard. Well, sometimes it can turn, right? So the Sharkies, they're under pressure. It's not happening for them at the moment. But Manly, they'll be getting frustrated. Brooks and Cherry Evans, they'll be saying, everything we're trying isn't working. We're trying to grubber in behind, they've got us. We're hitting short, they've got us. So this is one of those times in a game, Wader, where it can change and Cronulla can get the upper hand. Yeah, that's it. They can hang in there, but they kick it out in the full. That'll be a play of the ball. It was attempting a short dropout, but yeah, they need to hold on, keep defending, and keep Manly out for that frustration to grow. But if Manly strike, well, then there's a lot of fatigue that's been into your defence, and then you've got to rebuild that game all over again. So they take the tap, Manly. Choice Hotel stats, they've had 92% of the ball in the last 10 minutes, Manly. Aloye on tackle 1 will get up and play it back. Jazz Tavanga is there. Then Brooks. Then Ben Trebojevic. We're going to live inside the Westpac red zone today. He's 10 metres out on tackle 2.
Tavanga to the centre. Brooks has got it now. Right side it goes to Daly Cherry Evans. Spins out of one. Does a little Michael Jackson moonwalk and puts the palm on and then takes the tackle from Brayley 5 metres out. And that is tackle 3. Played then to Jazz Tavanga. Given to Takiyaho. There was nothing doing there. And that's 3 metres out and right in front of the post. Tavanga at dummy half again. Right side with a long pass. Cherry Evans. Back to Hopewati on tackle 4. Back inside the 10. Brought down by Tommy Hazelton. Last play. Manly. 0-all. 19 gone. Who wants it? Comes across now for Brooks. Brooks on the last play. Gets the pass back to Kohler. He kicks. He chases to the in goal, but it's way too big. 0 tackle. 20-metre restart. Cronulla are out of trouble.
Yeah, sorry, Grubby. That's exactly what you were just talking about. I was about to give you a wrap. Manly have thrown what was their best shots at Cronulla. They've handled it all, and then in that set of 6, they just got a little bit lost, a little bit confused, trying to come up with different stuff, and just sort of lost their way in their set. They come up with a made-up kick, and Kohler puts it dead. Sharkies off the hook because of that good defence.
_NRL Julian Finch. I'm only going to go through this one more time. Julian Finch says, I need to lose a couple of Ks. How do I do the routine? Here it is. Go to the gym. 20 minutes stepper. 20 minutes bike. 20 minutes gossip. 2 minutes mirror and go home. Left side Trindle. Got it away to Rudolph Mulatalo.
What's the gossip entail?
This bad-mouth people. I'm much happier talking about people behind their back. You got anything to say about people? That's when you say it. Here's McInnes, Nico Hines, then Nikora. Turns, gets the pass back across to Kennedy. Kennedy offloads to Ramian. Ramian's going to play it 9 metres inside Manly territory. Nathan Brown getting ready to come into the contest for the Manly side. It's played back to Brayley. And then from 40 metres out, up goes a kick from Cronulla. It's going to come down and taken beautifully by Clayton Falalolo. And the G-string man says Rudolph Mulatalo, I think, tackled him in the air.
He's calling for a challenge.
Ronaldo, at least. Not Rudolph, Ronaldo. Let's have a look. Up he go. Oh, no, he's pushed straight into Ruben Garrick.
Yeah, but Mulatalo reckons he hasn't pushed him.
Ronaldo just takes him out in the back.
Oh, no, wait, what's he done?
Ronaldo. It'll be interesting to see. It's all going to depend where his eyes are.
Ronaldo Mulatalo is looking at the ball. It's just a collision with Ruben Garrick.
Oh. Well, what does he get out of that anyway? So no penalties. Play on.
The challenge will be successful.
So just
due to the change of possession, it'll be a mutual infringement.
No, he'll keep the challenge. I think the challenge is successful.
With the tackle being complete for tackle 1.
Okay, so all they get is no penalty.
Yeah.
And Ashley Klein just undermines his man out in the middle.
So just talk us through that, Grubby. What happened there?
Got tackled. It's successful.
Well, Mulatalo I think he's had a bit of a brain fade, but he's got away with it.
Yeah.
Because they're very risky, because the reason that happens is sometimes when they get the penalty, because Garrick, he'll go over towards the ball, or Mulatalo will push someone. But no one's really done anything, so it's just play on, 6 to go.
Well, I think that's what the ruling was, because Adam G penalised Mulatalo for pushing Garrick over, but it was just a collision. So basically just got his penalty stat taken off his sheet.
Expert comments from Siva Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. Tavanga gets a pass back to Ulukawatu, who gets away from one and gets away from Trindle, and then the big bopper Adam Fedor-Blake brings him down. Last play, says Adam G. Out of dummy half, it's Daly Cherry Evans. He kicks and chases it through, and Kennedy might let it find the touchline, which it does.
Luke Brooks has taken a lot of the kicks today, boys, and Cherry Evans just kicked that off his left foot. So I'm not too sure what's going on with Daly, but it's very, very rare that Cherry Evans doesn't do probably 90% of the kicking for the Manly Seagulls. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the game goes.
I mean, what about that run from Olakawatu? Just ball on the ground, loose play, big left foot from someone who's 115 kilos, makes a half break. What an athlete he is.
Not fair. That is actually unfair how he's able to do that. Halfbacks can't do that. He's an absolute specimen.
Beacon Trade scoreboard 0-all, and the Sharkies get a penalty. So they got the downlights, the fans and the switches. Whatever the project, they've got you covered. Beacon Trade, let's make light work. Bob Jane T-Marks, we welcome them back on deck for 2025. Buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online. T's and C's apply at Bob Jane T-Marks. 18 minutes left in the first half of this game. at the beautiful Optus Stadium in Perth. The beautiful Swan River in the background. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful place. It is. It's just a bloody long way away.
Mate, the way you're talking about it, how expensive it is, long way away.
Yeah.
Mate, you know they use Australian currency over there. It's not another country. It's still in this.
They do.
Still here, mate.
They don't lose lira.
Have you ever had to get the red eye back from there? I tell you what, you'll arrive home in a bad mood. Brayley, Hines, Kennedy, and then it goes out to Teague Wilton. But I try and I'm looking for something to whinge about.
You're a bit cranky today. Have you had a normal preparation?
No, I haven't.
You know what happened, Grubby? Pre-game, he was upstairs. He had to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, I had to sleep. I fell asleep.
Woke up on the wrong side of the couch.
Go high.
He hasn't got much energy about him, do you? Come on.
This is all I've got. This is all I've got today. Last play, kicked through by Trendle into the in goal and taken by Hopewati, who's barreled over the sideline, so it'll be a goal line dropout. But how many times do we see it? Cronulla absorb all that pressure and immediately return it.
Well, it's just what Grubby was saying. If you're good enough, sometimes at the start of a game you might give up possession or field position, but if you're good enough to defend it, particularly back-to-back sets, you get through that and you get up the other end, the momentum swings quite hard, doesn't it, Grubby? So first off, they're able to get the ball back. Luke Brooks goes short. It's sort of midfield short, so Mulatalo covers it pretty easy, but the Sharks are going to have... Mulatalo thought he wasn't tackled. He got to go again, but the Sharks in great field position. He really the first time they've been down in this Westpac red zone.
What was that?
Not the Westpac red zone.
Drop it.
The Westpac red zone. They've knocked it on Cronulla.
I was thinking about saying red before I got through Westpac.
This is the last thing you want. As you just said, Wade, they've absorbed all the pressure, the Sharkies. They defended their try line really well. Manly have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them in attack, and they absorbed it. But then they get down here and just let them off the hook. It's a weird game. There's no real energy to it. Both teams are sort of just waiting for the other team to crack. No one's going after it. So the team that will win this game is whoever goes after it. I think both of them need half time.
Roger Cook is at the game today. For those of you who don't know, Roger Cook is the Premier of Western Australia.
He wasn't happy through the week, was he?
No, he wasn't.
With the NRL?
No.
They're playing games or something?
I think the latest on that is he's back on track.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I was him, I'd just find a trillionaire and start a team. Don't worry about merging with anyone.
Get you up there. You're a trillionaire.
Well, I don't own 47 duplexes, Grubby. Okay, the ball goes across now. And the fresh player out.
One last week.
Garrick plays it to Daly Cherry Evans. Then it goes to Ulukawatu. Cherry Evans on the run round, kicks back in field. And soccer style kick from Kennedy, and Cronulla back in possession. 0-all, 14 and a half minutes left in the first half on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. And then Hiroti takes it. Played to Brayley. And then to Ronaldo Mulatalo. 15 his own side of the halfway line. Comes across to Cam McInnes. Turns the pass. Brayley now. Gets it to Hines. Hines gets the pass away to Jess Ramian. Ramian's taken by Simpkin. And a player who's really come of age, Ethan Bullimore, out there in number 16 now. As Adam Fanua-Blake goes straight up the middle. He's brought down just over the halfway line. Tackle 5, says referee Adam G. From Brayley to Nico Hines. He kicks from 45 metres out. Over the head of Talau, picked up by Hopewati, who gets caught in the old Malachi crunch about 21 metres out from his own line. At @MM_NRL. Back to what we were talking about. Beth wants to know what you got for your birthday, Grubby.
I haven't got anything yet.
Is it tomorrow, your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Right, okay.
So, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to get on the stepper for 20 minutes, I'm going to get on, what is it?
The bike.
The bike.
Yeah, then gossip.
Then I'm going to gossip about you.
Yeah, backstab. Really put the slipper in.
You.
Yeah. Then look in the mirror for 2 minutes and you've done them a routine. This is your opportunity to say what you really think about people. Just say it when they're not there. It's the easiest way. Nathan Brown is brought down in a good tackle by McInnes. 9 metres inside Cronulla's end of the field. Back for Brooks from 41 metres out. It's tackle 5. Up it goes! And Kennedy takes it beautifully 10 metres out from his own line. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2. For instance, if you were talking about Aaron Woods, you'd say, I like Aaron Woods, but since he's been on the breakfast show, he's chock-a-block that far up himself. It's not funny. Here's Stone Street now.
You reckon he's changed a bit?
Oh, a bit. What? 9 metres his own side of the halfway line. Hines And then Toby Rudolph over the halfway. How are you feeling, Wado, as a Cronulla supporter?
Well, obviously they're still trying to find their best footy. Both teams, as Grubby said, a little bit flat. I don't know whether it's the travel or the stadium, but just neither hitting their straps at the moment. We see a great shift from Cronulla.
Yeah.
But if you'd have told me we'd be 30 minutes in the game and it'd still be 0-0 between Cronulla and the Manly Seagulls, I would have said you're crazy.
Stone Street played it. Now it goes across. It ends up with Trindle. Toby Rudolph. Brayley now. Kennedy's going to kick in behind the winger. Clayton Fa'alolo. But I tell you what, Hiroti did not get there, so this will be a zero tackle, 20-metre restart. Surely the ball went out. Referee says play on. Okay, well, Ruben Garrick has it anyway.
That was odd because Adam G, it was like he wanted to send it up to the video ref, but the play continued. He had the whistle in his mouth, and then he just let it go. It was out, or at least a knock on. He bounced it for sure.
Well, what's going on, Wado, with Trindle and Hines on last tackle? They're just not communicating. Like, Hines went to the line and gave Trindle a short ball, like he was a back rower on last tackle. Are they talking? Maybe they sat next to each other on the flight. They're over each other.
Maybe they need to sit next to each other on the flight.
Played to Brooks, given to Ben Trebojevic. 11 minutes left in the first half, 0-0 on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tackle 5. Dummy half is Simpkin. Then it goes back to Daly Cherry Evans from 45 metres out. Up goes a mighty high kick. Kennedy gets under it and takes it on the full. And then gets away from one and pulled down there by Kohler at @MM_NRL. Manny says it's Easter show time. You're going to get tickets for Steve Sarkis. Listen, Manny, don't bring the clown's name up here. He is a moron. He is a postule. He is barred from M. Everywhere I go, I've got some palooka asking me for Easter show tickets, and it's all that idiot's fault. I don't have Easter show tickets. If I did have, you wouldn't be getting them, nor would Steve Sarkis. Mulatalo now his own side of the halfway line. Played to Hiroti. Back in field to Teague Wilt. He gets it away to the boy from Goulburn, Hazelton. Got the pass on to Cam McInnes. Found some space, and he'll play it 5 metres inside Manly's end on tackle 5. Now Trindle on the last. Little kick over the top, but Fa'alolo is there. So too is Hopawati, and Manly has the ball. Play back to Daly Cherry Evans. Only a chance of going half-time without a try.
It seems that way. Neither team really being all that adventurous. Most of it's been played in the middle third. A couple of opportunities down in the Westpac red zone, but neither team taking advantage of that. And just talking on tickets, there was a big fiasco during the week. I don't know if you heard, Grubby, but the great James Graham was asking Charlie White, our producer here at M, if we could get tickets to the Bulldogs Good Friday game. James Graham, a Bulldogs legend,
was asking Charlie White.
Yeah, no, the Dogs are a bit off Jimmy at the moment. He just thinks he runs the show.
Big for his boots.
Well, he asked for a fully catered box for free.
This is what
things like that. Like, who are you, mate?
This business.
You've got a podcast. Good on ya.
Yeah.
You know,
this business. I know what you mean.
You don't.
I do. People ask for tickets. I go, he is a legend. Some people will say, "Can I have centerline tickets? Can I have corporate box?" No, mate. You'll get tickets in the bleachers if I get them for free. But I mean, he is a different case in point. He's a Canterbury legend.
Yeah, but can we call him the Sarkis of the Canterbury Bulldogs? Because he wants tickets.
Yeah, he's
for the game.
Sarkis. He's the Sarkis of the NRL. Back to Nico Hines from the halfway line. The kick goes deep down to Hopawati, who takes it on the full. And it's still 0-0 on the M Beacon Trade scoreboard. You call us today, Anthony Maroon, Josh Reynolds and Wade Graham. And, of course, we do it thanks to Macca's. Minecraft Meal has arrived at Macca's with one of 6 collectible toys. You can get the Chicken McNugget meal with the Nether Flame sauce. The Nether Flame sauce. Okay, that sounds good. Back inside the Bullimore, that looked like Hazelton might have got him a tad high. Gets up and plays it to Simpkin. And then Cherry Evans over the halfway. Right side it goes to Hopawati. Does a little jig. And he's going to play it 10 metres inside Cronulla's end. 5th tackle, says referee Adam, the G-string G. Daly Cherry Evans, fine touch, 20 metres out.
There must be something going on, Grubby, whether it's the conditions. I don't know how hot it is over there, but both teams looking flat in attack. And both teams happy to find the sideline on the last play. It's odd. They're not looking sharp at all. So fatigue obviously a factor, but maybe the travel, maybe the weather, must be a bit of heat. maybe the time, 1 o'clock. They wouldn't normally play that early.
This is the lowest energy game I've seen all year. Well, definitely the lowest one I've called. Like, especially, like, these two teams are attacking threats. That's what they're known for. They're very attacking sides, and they're just not throwing anything at each other. They're just pretty much saying, I might get to the 78th minute, as you see.
Talakai's gone right through, Grubby. Sorry to stop you there. And then throws a flick pass out in the back straight to Tiff Sipley, and then it's 27 degrees, if those of you who are wondering how warm and humid it is. 27 degrees, and in Perth right now, it's 1:35 p.m.
So, Sipa Talakai makes a break here. Great footwork on Brown, who comes out of the line. It looks like he goes to flick pass it out the back to Sipley. Is Sipley calling it?
He is.
That's not in the spirit of the game.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
I love that.
Typical Bulldogs would get penalised for that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. He got him a beauty, but then Sipley got the ball passed to him backwards and he knocked it on. So backfired.
Still 0-0. And here's Toby Rudolph, who will play it back now to Brayley. It'll go to Talakai. It'll go to Tommy Hazelton, and he'll get up and play it with 6 minutes left in the first half. To the centre is Nico Hines, then Trindle goes left, ends up with Hiroti inside the Westpac red zone again. 11 metres out, he'll take the tackle, and 10 in from touch. Mulatalo at dummy half, Trindle now. Tackle count restarts for Toby Rudolph. They just need to calm down here, and they could be first to score. The game's 34 minutes old. Nobody has scored a point as yet. Brayley, Hines, Hazelton straight up the middle. And the former Goulburn Stockman's going to play it 2 metres out right in front of the sticks. Brayley once again right side. Nico Hines, he got the pass away to Stone Street for the corner. Kohler did well. And they somehow stop him by, geez, Wado, I didn't realise he was that strong.
And quick, Marooney, he'd be the quickest in the Sharkies team. When he gets up in full flight, I remember at the back end of my career there, those small-sided games you play, Grubby. I never used to like to play offside touch against him.
They just, and they're annoying. Like, I know you're faster than me. Go mark someone else. Don't like a young bloke.
That's true.
Oh, man.
Not looking for an easy session taking the old fella.
Now the ball comes across. Trindle, he finds Stone Street on the wing.
Wow.
He cut out a couple of players. Stone Street on the wing. Chuggles it, catches it, and goes over in the corner. So just like that, Sharkies strike first. 4-0, 5 to go in the first half.
The man we were just speaking about, his speed and his strength, but what about his skill here, Grubby? Trindle down the short side, throws it across his back rower, across his centre, straight out in front of Stone Street. He just sticks 1 mid up, takes the ball out of the air and finds the first points of the afternoon just after the 35th minute of the first half.
Well, he nearly scored 2 plays prior, and Trindle goes down the short side. I thought this was going into row 36.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's 36 rows at Optus Stadium.
30, that's how old you are.
That's how old I am. But it's just, oh my, that is an unbelievable take. The only time I've ever had that good hands, Maroon, is when I was grabbing a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. Well, you're a bit of a top.
That is spectacular.
There you go, in the corner.
Wait, as a fan now watching this game, we say tries of the year when they dive in the corner, mate. That's got to be up there just from taking that with 1 mitt.
Well, I think he actually lost sight of it because normally you have that stagger start between back row, centre and wingers sort of in the middle, but because Trindle's swept down there late, they weren't in their right starting positions. He loses sight of the ball, catches it late and just sticks that Duke out and has enough skill to bring it back. So we see Nico Hines lining up from the sideline. What's his percentage?
46%. Pertek kick predictor. Nico Hines on the sideline, coming around but not enough, no good. So Cronulla 4, Manly 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Specsavers Audiology. Don't leave your teammates on the sideline. Get everyone back into the game with Specsavers Audiology. Book an appointment with a Specsavers hearing expert today and rediscover the joy of everyday sounds.
Triple M _ NRL. The boatman says, are you good for Easter show tickets? My God, I am going to go crazy with this Easter show tickets. Please, for the love of God, nobody else ask me for Easter show tickets. I don't have them. I don't want them. You're speaking to the wrong human. Cronulla 4, Manly 0. And so after 36 minutes, we finally get a try, Wado. You look a little bit nervous today.
Please. I'm not nervous. I was just worried about my upcoming trip to the Easter show. Actually, I'm going on Wednesday.
How are you?
With the wife
boys?
and the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not going just me on my own. Right?
Yeah.
Are you just off today? You're like,
No,
as if
I'm
he's
not.
going by himself.
Well, I
Wake
mean,
up.
he might, maybe he wants some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Who do you think he goes with?
At the Royal Easter Show.
Yeah, maybe he wants cheese on a stick.
I just know in my two little boys, they are excitable, grubby, as you could imagine, and I feel like it could be a chaotic day.
How Wado, have you got a payment? How much do you think you're paying on that day?
I haven't done the math yet. But the wife controls the credit card. As we see the Sharkies, they've responded after that try. They're already up over halfway on tackle 4.
Played to Brayley, and then Tilakai, and then Trindle, and then it went to Hiroti. Can they back this up with another try before the break? Cronulla 4, Manly 0. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Tackle 5. Brayley's at dummy half. Back to Trindle from 35 metres out. Up she goes high and sits up there, and in comes Hopewadi and takes it beautifully. 15 out from his own line. Still Cronulla 4-0. You know what, Grubby, in 1978 at the Royal Easter Show, when I was 12 in 1978, at the Easter Show, they had a genuine half-man, half-woman. Genuine. And that was an eye-opener. Here's Delau.
Can you explain that to us and the listeners, please?
Oh, she turned one side and she was a lady, and she turned the other side and she was a man. And I said, well, this is quite confusing for a young man. But anyway, I'll go with it. Tackle 4, Simpkin, Daly Cherry Evans, Hopewadi. Garrick's got room to move. Gets a pass out to Fawalolo, down the sideline, and then brought down by Kennedy. And he's about 30 metres out. Gets up the players back. Last tackle, Brooks. They need a try. Brooks puts a kick in from 25 metres out. Down it goes Stone Street. Takes it on the full 5 out from his own line. Then straightens up. Gets away from one. And Stone Street, he was taken high by Ulukawatu. Game 100 or not, he's going to have to go for a little rest, surely, Wader.
I don't know how bad it was. He sort of just hung his arm out. It looked more spectacular just because he's such a big man. He wrong foots him. He could have an issue here.
Hasn't missed him.
Yeah, could have an issue. Let's see what the bunker has to say. No, he's on report. Happy to go with it.
Is that what you call a good old-fashioned clothesline?
Clothesline, yeah.
Coat hanger.
Oh, what a great kick by Trindle. What about that for a touch finder? 1 minute, 20 seconds on the clock. He bit off a lot with that kick. They're going to have a great opportunity, Sharks, to maybe find some points just in the stroke of half-time.
Here's Hiroti, 29 metres out. 1 minute left in the first half. Brayley goes to dummy half. Gets the ball away to Hines. Hines finds Toby Rudolph. 4-0 Cronulla lead Manly on the Beacon Trade scoreboard. And they're going to play it about 25 metres out, just off the centre of the park in the beautiful Optus Stadium in Perth. Then Brayley goes left. Gets it Hines. Back up the middle comes Ziffa Talakai. Talakai hit by Bullimore and stopped. About 15 metres out on tackle 3. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Hines again. Right side Trindle. Still goes right. Puts a little kick in. Stone Street gets there first. Chases it down. Lovely kick. Lovely chase from Stone Street. And right on half-time, Wader, your Sharkies get a try.
Yeah, they're playing with some confidence now. Sam Stone Street gets a double. Mate, off the back of that penalty, the touch finder by Braden Trindle, it was enormous. I think he found about 40 metres, Grubby, and just set up that opportunity. They took their time building the set. Nico Hines deep into the line, Trindle across field, shows and goes to his back row and just senses some space. In behind the winger Talau who'd come up at Stone Street, that man, what a finish this second half. He gets himself a double.
It just had beautiful shape on that ball there. Trindle obviously kicking it to the corner. Lucky for Stone Street, the Sharkies have got to go at half time, get in there and just kiss him, because he's the only guy that's brought the energy for these Sharks. Ravian sort of didn't know what was going on with his play. He was sort of caught out, but beautiful little grubber into the end goal. As I mentioned before, beautiful shape on the ball, and Stone Street gets a double. And the Sharkies, 2 tries. We thought we weren't going to get one.
Yeah, we thought we were going to go to half-time 0-0, and then Cronulla 2 late tries.
It's funny because, it's almost scored in the identical spot. Nico Hines, he didn't kick that first one well, so if he misses this one, it's only 8-0. I don't think Manly will be too disappointed. Obviously, they wouldn't want to concede any try, but 8-0 at half-time in this game, it's not that big of a mountain to climb. Plenty of footy left to go.
All right, as we mentioned, 27 degrees, a warm Perth afternoon.
Beacon Trade scoreboard, downlights, fans and switches, whatever the project. Beacon Trade. Here he comes now from the sideline, Nico Hines. He needs to get one of these guys. He's missed two, which means Cronulla lead at half-time by 8 points to nil. Not an overly entertaining first half, but Cronulla got 2 tries in the space of the final 6 minutes to go in with a lead of 8 points to nil. And Sammy Stonestreet was the man that scored those tries. Triple M NRL is brought to you by Ream Hot Water. If your hot water needs replacing, go for the one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. And Minecraft Movie Meal has arrived at Macca's with one of 6 collectible toys. A Minecraft Movie Meal has arrived. Get one at Macca's. Try it with your chicken McNuggets. Your call team, Anthony Maroon, Josh Reynolds, Wade Graham. Cronulla 8, Manly 0 as Triple M rock the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy. Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton. Triple M breakfast. Bo, Ryan and Woods.
All right, Aidan, what's the whisper?
I went for a run at the Camden bike track. There was a bald-headed gentleman creeping around in the bushes. He's in the squat position doing a poo.
It's a poo jogger. Could have been Sterlo in the bushes.
Sterlo
in the bushes? No, he said he was running. That's not Sterlo. He's wobbling.
Best Sheds. 25% off all shed sale is on now. T's and C's apply. Triple M breakfast. 6 to 9 a.m. weekdays on Triple M.
These school holidays, family fun starts at Hoyts. Prepare to fight crime alongside Dogman. Get ready to build your adventure in a Minecraft movie and enter a magical fairy tale in Disney's Snow White. Book your tickets now at hoyts.com.au.
The Snooze Autumn Sale is on now. Save up to 40% off selected bed frames. Plus, take an extra 10% off selected bed frames on already reduced prices. Hurry, sale on now. Exclusions, T's and C's apply.
What a little snooze can do.
Is gambling getting in the way at work? Getting in the middle of your relationship?
Are you coming to bed?
Or even infiltrating your child's games? Gambling can impact our lives and loved ones in ways you might not realise. Be aware. Visit Gamble Aware. For information or confidential support 24/7, visit gambleaware.nsw.gov.au. A New South Wales government initiative.
I love my NRL on KO.
Nico Hines.
Yes, brave.
More enthusiasm. KO has every game of every round live with no ad breaks in play. Let's try again.
KO, get on board.
That's better.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
For equipment hire and rental, more choice means more chance of success. That's why United Rentals is levelling the playing field with propping, traffic management, containers and worksite facilities for your job site. Call 13Hire or visit unitedrentals.com/au.
Imagine a beautiful, clear day out on the water. No add wind and a severe drop in temperature. Add a rising icy swell and the onset of darkness. Add storm clouds and lightning. The weather can rapidly change conditions. It's important you plan ahead, keep checking the weather, and wear a life jacket every time you are out on the water. Wear a life jacket. Don't risk your life. A message from the New South Wales Government.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy. Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Welcome back to Optus Stadium in Perth. 27 degrees. A game that hasn't reached any great heights, really. Completion rate's good, though. There's something. Cronulla 20 of 23 and Manly 17 of 21. We've had 4 penalties, 2 to Cronulla. What have you seen? How are you feeling? I called you a Cronulla fan, Wado, but you're a Cronulla Sharks legend. How have you seen the first half?
Yeah, it was a weird half of football in terms of there wasn't much attack from either teams in good position. It was played between the 20 and the 20. Both teams certainly not as sharp as we've seen them when they're at their best. Whether it's from the travel, the change of environment, the weather, I don't know. But it looked for big parts of that first half, both teams were just surviving, and then it really just took that Stone Street bit of magic. It was a great ball by Braden Trindle, but as Grubby said, it looked like it was going into the stadium, but Stone Street was able to stick his hand out and bring it back. Sort of sparked a little bit of life into the Sharks. They managed to get a late penalty in the set after that. It was a great touch finder from Braden Trindle, and they find some more points right on the stroke of half time, but both teams well and truly still in this. Just not a sharp, clinical display from either team, really.
Yeah, just lacked energy. That's all it was. And look, there is every excuse. You know, you got the travel, you got the time, you got the heat. There is every excuse. But sometimes in rugby league, you just got to forget all that. And I know people say, well, you can't, but you do. The best do. And I find someone's going to step up in this game. I actually thought, Bullymore. I thought Talakai off the bench brought some energy. But at the start, I feel the Sharks were trying to go around. Ramey went into touch, but they've actually looked good when they've gone through the middle with, Cameron McInnes going through the middle, Talakai through the middle. So maybe that's where they got to generate their attack and then, go wide later on in the set. So whoever comes out, I feel, and wins the first 15 minutes of the second half wins this game.
Okay, well, it's half-time. Cronulla 8 leading Manly 0. Triple M NRL is, as always, thanks to Ream and Macca's. This is a doubleheader, of course, at Optus Stadium in Perth. And tonight's game's in Darwin, so rugby league right around Australia today, which is fantastic. But as for this one, 8-0. Cronulla lead Manly at half-time as Triple M rocks the footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M! Triple M rocks footy. Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
Well, Wado, tradies, while you're backing your footy team, Beacon Trade is backing your business because they've got the biggest range of fans. They've got all sorts of downlights and everything else.
That's right, Maroon. Plus, they'll even help you plan your lighting for free. Get the best range at the best price. beacontrade.com.au. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
Giddy up.
Sport. Uncover well-kept secrets with listeners' lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free listener app and search Uncover.
Hi there, it's Matt Leighton with you. Spencer Leniu might dodge NRL trouble after torching Jonathan Thurston in a sideline stoush. The Roosters' big man fired off on Insta this morning too. But with no complaints from Nine or JT, the league is steering clear for now. Titans forward Brock Gray could be in double trouble. He's copped a high tackle charge and a crusher tackle fine after a bruising clash with the Dragons. The Masters is seriously cooking now. Justin Rose just clinging to the lead at Augusta as the big guns start circling. Bryson DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler are all within striking distance, and Aussie hope Jason Day is just 4 shots off. And Matt Payne has blitzed the field at Taupo to win the first supercars race of the weekend.
Remember to keep a safe distance from trucks. They have larger blind spots than the average car, which means truck drivers can't always see you. We all need to look out for each other, so take care and be truck aware.
Partly cloudy and a top of 27 degrees at Optus Stadium. It's half-time between Cronulla and Manly, with the Sharks ahead by 8 as Triple M rocks footy.
Triple M Breakfast. Bo, Ryan and Woods.
Glenn from Penrith. 40 years ago, I was sitting at home with my wife-to-be. A knock come to the door. There were 6 girls there. These were all the girls that I was seeing at the time.
What are they? Are you dating the dwarfs or something like that? You're the equivalent of Snow White.
He's actually got 6 grumpies.
Best Sheds 25% off all shed sale is on now. T's and C's apply. Triple M Breakfast. 6 to 9 a.m. weekdays on Triple M.
For equipment hire and rental, more choice means more chance of success. That's why United Rentals is levelling the playing field. With shoring, earth moving, containers and worksite facilities for your job site. Call 13Hire or visit unitedrentals.com/au.
Back your business with Energy Australia's dedicated team of energy experts and get a great deal on your business electricity. Find out how at energyaustralia.com.au.
Betting on sport can impact your life in ways you might not even realise. Your job, your relationships, even your kids. That's why it's important to be gamble aware. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling, help is available. Get confidential support, resources and information 24/7. Be aware. Visit gambleaware.nsw.gov.au or call 1-800-858-858. That's 1-800-858-858. A New South Wales government initiative.
Shh. Can you hear that? That's the sound of superior technology. With over 25 years of innovation, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries excels in engineering air conditioning tailored to Australian conditions. You won't see it or hear it, but you'll feel the difference. Whisper quiet, efficient performance for your home or office. Experience the sound of superior technology. Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air.
The Snooze Autumn Sale is on now. Save up to 50% off selected mattresses. Plus, take an extra 10% off selected mattresses on already reduced prices. Hurry, sale on now. Exclusions, T's and C's apply.
What a little snooze can do.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
Winds, rain, and now hail.
While you focus on the forecast, we'll handle your car battery. Battery World has the largest range of quality car batteries, so you can leave it to the local battery experts. Book your free car battery test today.
Triple M rocks footy. Halftime highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Now the ball comes across. Trindle, he fires Stone Street on the wing. He cut out a couple of players. Stone Street on the wing. Chuckles it, catches it, and goes over in the corner. Hines again, right side Trindle. Puts a little kick in. Stone Street gets there first. Lovely chase from Stone Street. Cronulla lead at half-time by 8 points to 0. And, of course, the highlights, thanks to Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. And if you've just joined us, Cronulla 8 lead, Manly 0. We welcome listeners right throughout Australia with this game being played in Perth via the Listener app. And then down, of course, from Triple M in Cairns and Townsville, right through the Whitsundays, down into the Fraser Coast, Brisbane, the Gold Coast, northern New South Wales, western New South Wales, where the real radio people are, not the blow-ins from Big Brother and Your Kitchen Rules. So I Think You Can Dance. We're talking about the real radio people that do all the brekkie shows around the place. We salute you all and we love you all. And yes, Grubby.
Is that the same show as My Kitchen Rules or a different one, Your Kitchen Rules?
Your kitchen, my kitchen, I couldn't give a tinker's whose kitchen.
No, I'm asking because...
Stay in the kitchen and stay away from Triple M. That's what I'm saying.
Who?
Well, I don't like these blow-ins that come off these shows and come to the radio station. I like the real radio people. Don't get me started.
No, I want to know who.
I want you not to. I don't want you to get in my head today, right? I've got 4 grandkids to mind when I get home.
Oh.
You're going out to have a birthday party for yourself.
By myself.
With Sian.
No, by myself.
You're going by yourself?
Yeah.
And Waito's going by himself to the
Easter
show. Hey, what about that? But what are you going to see at the Easter show? As soon as you walk in, what are the boys going to want to do?
I think what we'll do is the plan, maybe do the animal walk. We'll do that with the kids. They love to see the animals. Maybe go do some rides, see which rides they want to go on and do that, and then go to the show bags, and then we'll let the kids buy some show bags, and then I'll go to the missus. Maybe you just take them for some more rides, and I'll mind the show bags in that bar over there.
Hey, boys, so they still have, back in the day, my favourite thing about the Easter show was I'd get it was like a form guide. So every Saturday morning now I get excited for the races form guide.
Yeah.
But back in the day there was an Easter show form guide with the show bags. Okay. I used to have a set amount. Yep. Obviously, if Mum worked a shift, I'd get 6 show bags. But if she did it, I'd work 3 or 4. So you'd have to have them
priority list.
How many of the boys getting? How many showbags? Is there a limit?
Yeah, I'd probably maybe say I'll give them two each, I'd say.
Oh, come on.
He's got a young half a Cronulla and he's only giving two.
Yeah, two each, mate. Like, if they want to save up some pocket money, they can buy some stuff out of their own money.
Yeah,
we're not getting gifted too much. We spoil them enough as it is. So, 2 showbags, it's more than enough. Mate, they're 5 and 7. How many lollies can you eat?
Well, poor old Grubby had to work on a showbag salary cap, didn't you, mate?
Yeah,
you could at least get them. Let me negotiate for them. You get them 3
I'm
each.
a tough negotiator, mate.
A Freddo frog bag. You want something in there with a mask. What did my young bloke, Jimmy?
You know what my number one bag was when I used to go there? The NRL. The NRL bag.
Yeah, the NRL bag.
You get them trading cards. When I was a kid.
I think mine was...
what about the Magic show bag?
The Magic.
The fake blood and
the Coca-Cola one. Remember you used to get that strap-on bag? Everyone had the strap-on Coca-Cola bag.
Yeah, the old strap-on. What about... Do you reckon the Canberra boys... Hudson Young, and they reckon they'll go in and get a new hammer? Because didn't they have a little fight with the showbag hammer?
Yeah.
The blow-up inflatable ones?
Oh, yeah.
What about the Betty Beetle? Birdie Beetle. The $1.
Yeah,
$1, you got about 30 of them.
The Easter show is a wonderful time. Take your money with you, with respect, though. It's a great day out. Cronulla 8, Manly 0. And here's Triple M _ NRL. Matt Lally says, we had a half-man, half-woman at the Singleton show. Yes, Matt, I got family in Singleton. The Singleton show is the lamest thing I have ever seen, ever in my life. Worse than the old Coffs Harbour Zoo. That's how bad it was.
You know what I reckon Maroon would do at the Easter show, Wado? He'd get on that, that big hammer thing. With his tight shirt. And watch this, guys, on the little kiddies one.
On the little kiddies one. Cronulla 8, Manly 0, and Cronulla take the ball off the kick-off. And then played back to come across for Tommy Hazelton from Goulburn. Now, the Goulburn show, that was a good show, the Goulburn show. You get cars, horses. Brady now gets it away to Siffatalakai. He's from Mascot. They don't have a mascot show, I don't think, as far as I know. Brayley again then goes to Kennedy. Kennedy goes straight into Ben Trebojevic. And Chesty Bondsman brings him down 5, his own side of the halfway line on tackle 4. Then Brayley, and then Toby Rudolph up toward halfway. The ball's come loose. The referee doesn't say knock on. Yes, he does. Knocked on, Rudolph to Brayley. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard, Cronulla 8, Manly 0. 1 minute gone, second half.
Just not the start they needed. It was actually
challenge. I don't know why he's challenged that after looking at the replay, Grubby.
Wado, I think Simpkins' hand might have a little dabble at the ball. Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Listen, I've played with Toby and he's fired in a couple of requests for a captain's challenge. I smartly fired him straight back at him and go, no, we would not be challenging that.
Harvey Norman replay. Let's have a look at
Rudolph
this.
loses the ball forward, which goes towards the opponent's dead ball line, which is a knock on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
And that's exactly why I fired him back at him.
Oh, that's just silly. Like, a great set. Why are you trying to bite a little bit too much off the cherry? Fitzy would have literally just said, boys, let's get into our groove. Let's get into our end of set. And fourth tackle, you do a low percentage offload that was never on. It's just not what they needed.
And gift the opposition a wonderful opportunity. You worked so hard and found some points late in that first half. Now Manly, 1 minute into the second half, they're packing a scrum 45 metres out on the 20 metre in from touchline.
Timken, Daly Cherry Evans, Ethan Bullimore. Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton, nothing can frighten the Mitsubishi Triton. Simpkin. And then Sipley. He's only 31 metres out from the Cronulla line. They look to strike back quickly, Manly. Simpkin. Did I see a little knock on there? Is that what you thought, Josh?
Well, I thought it might have been a little forward.
Brooks then brought it back 10 metres. He'll get up and play it back to Simpkin again. Daly Cherry Evans. And then to Nathan Brown, who's been to more clubs than Aaron Woods. And he'll drive him back to about 32 metres.
NRL clubs or night club?
Oh, both. He goes to exclusive clubs now that he's on the big dollars. Cherry Evans back to Ethan Bullimore. It's tackle 5. They're 25 metres out. Cronulla 8, Manly 0. And played to Simpkin. Brooks to the Westpac red zone. Daly Cherry Evans. Then Hopewadi's kick is taken by Kennedy. And he's taken by Kohler. And he'll play it 10 metres out from his own line.
Good defence there from the Sharks, picking up where they left in the in that first half. They gifted Manly good field position and an opportunity, but were good enough to defend their error as they're doing the hard stuff now, working it out deep from in their own half.
Then the ball is with Stone Street, who's going to play it back to Brayley, then Sifa Talakai. Oh, he almost created something at @NRL. People advising us on what shows to go from all over the place now. Catherine Shepherd says, come to the Hawkesbury show. I might. When's that on, Catherine? Last play, back from Brayley, back to Trindle from inside his own half. That's a ginormous kick. That's a technical word for it. Taken on the full by Hopewadi back to the 20 and immediately brought down by Brayley, and so too Toby Rudolph. 3 gone second half, still 8-0 Cronulla lead Manly. Here's Brooks, then Kohler. And Nicola brings him down. Boys, while we've got a second, your tip, Cowboys or South, Wado?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close one, but I'm going with the Cowboys. I just feel like South's been up a long time, travelling over to Perth, and Cowboys have found some form. Cliff has been playing fantastic, so just leaning towards them, Maroon, but could go either way.
Here's Daly Cherry Evans from 40 metres out. This is coming down fast and taken beautifully by Kennedy. Oh, he's away, Kennedy. Kennedy's over the halfway line. He comes to Hopewadi. He gets around Hopewadi over the 30. He won't need the support. Oh, what a brilliant individual try. What a brilliant individual try from Kennedy. And it didn't half remind me of that one that the great GI scored against the Broncos 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a fantastic effort, an individual effort, but it looked a little bit too easy to me, Josh. I don't know whether someone on the kick chase was taken out, but he seemed to catch it into space and just have no one in front of him, so...
Something's happened here, boys, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe not. It's exactly the same as before. It doesn't look like stuff. I think Kennedy knows.
Yeah,
but then he sort of claps it on a little bit and he's waiting for someone to tackle him. He's just waiting. Tackle me. I think they're going to have a look at it.
I like that. Look at it.
Okay.
The fact that the referee said try, it helps. But whether Stone Street may have escorted, was it Talau that was flying through? But it did look a little easy, Grubby. Maybe just get tackled there.
Let's get tackled because I think you're going to score after that. But I think Kennedy knows him. He does a little goosey. The show we go. They're going to go back for you. They have to.
All right, Harvey Norman replay. Let's say, we're going back, says the G-string. We're going back to the... we're going to have a look at this one.
Just looking at a potential escort from Sam Stone Street.
So a Sam Stone Street escort on Kennedy. I feel like this will get called back.
Onside. Looking at Sam Stone Street and Tommy Talau, he starts. Sam Stone Street is outside the 10-metre line.
He comes down.
He needs to take up a position, but he keeps moving and escorts Tommy Talau. Will Kennedy uses this space now to make the break.
So Tommy Talau
have a decision.
Escorted by Stone Street. This will be no try. This will be Manly penalty, and Manly will immediately go on the attack. Cronulla 12, Manly 0. And
got to take up a
big moment in the game there, because as Grubby said, if he gets tackled and they find a try the next play, play on. But now Manly in another a wonderful opportunity in good ball, going to be starting from inside the Sharkies 20-metre line. So you can't just keep giving Manly good field position. Eventually they'll make you pay, Grubby.
I'm going to say, you need to know, he knew. You just got to get tackled.
He tried to
it's
get
actually
tackled.
Smarter to get tackled.
Yeah.
Like, just pretty much stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Even if you're 50-50, because you know it wasn't that easy for no reason. And you just don't leave it in the hands of the video ref.
Well, he still had a lot to do, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but
he still gets something for effort.
I would have stopped.
Maybe Manly knew, and that's why they didn't tackle him. I hope he scored.
Okay, inside the Westpac red zone we go again. Cronulla 8 lead Manly 0. Played to Simpkin. Brooks now. Brooks gets it back to Sipley. Sipley is picked up and backslam, but he's only 11 metres out, the big fella. 9 metres out by the time he gets up to play it back. Can they be next to score? Simpkin left side. Brooks left side. Daly Cherry Evans. Hopewadi, quick hands. Kohler out to Tom Talau, and Tommy's brought down 5 metres out from the Cronulla line and about 2 metres in from touch on tackle 3. It's played to Kohler. It's Hopewadi. The tackle count restarts. Simpkin, Nathan Brown, Luke Brooks gets it away to Olakawatu, he puts the fend on. And he's back inside the Westpac red zone, 11 metres out Manly. Can they be next to score? Simpkin to dummy half. Brown now goes to Simply straight up the middle and pulled down 8 metres out from the Cronulla line on tackle 2. Played to Simpkin. To the left it goes. Daly Cherry-Evans. Straight up the middle goes Ben Trbojevic. And 5 metres out on tackle 3. Then, this was Bullimore. That pass looked like it might have been forward. Bullimore's only 1 metre out. It's played again to Simpkin. Simpkin's got away. Daly Cherry-Evans gets a pass away to Brooks. Quick hands needed. It ends up with Garrick. Garrick gets it away to his winger. Over in the corner goes Falalolo. Does he get it down? Clayton Falalolo. I think it's a try. Adam G says yes, it is. Surely we'll have a closer look at this, Grubby, but that's a great finish from the little Manly winger.
An unbelievable finish here, and we're definitely going to have a look at it, but I think he's got it down. I'm not too sure. Someone shot out of the line. I'm not too sure who it was. But as you see here on the Harvey Norman replay, he is in row 36. Oh,
it's out.
The line.
It's out.
Wow, that's so unfortunate because it was an outstanding finish. He had some space on the outside, and we've seen some great finishes over the years, but Falalolo, wow, he's 5 centimetres away from being one of the tries of the season. For those listening, to try and
touch and goal, please, mate.
Paint the picture for you, he's at full extension. His whole body is out of the field of play. He reaches back inside the corner post and just scrapes the touch and goal line. Wow, that was so close.
He's nearly hitting the whoever that guy is with his fluff machine.
But the only thing that was in the field of play was his hand holding the ball. That was incredible.
Oh dear. This would be no try anyway. The ball was on the sideline. No try. Cronulla have the ball back. They lead the game 8-0. 6 minutes gone in the second half. And Brayley takes the tap. Oh, look at it. Just to end off on this Easter show nonsense again.
Get over it.
Trevor says, waiter, why don't you take Sarkis with you to the Easter show?
Well, I paid for my ticket. Sarkis went through once.
Yes, Sarkis. Bloody Sarkis. Can we have a week off from that clown? This is the crusher tackle. This is a crusher tackle on
pressure on the net.
Ronaldo Mulatalo. We'll have a look at this on the Harvey Norman replay. Crusher tackle. Let's have a look at Ronnie Mulatalo now. It's Ben Trbojevic, Ethan Bullimore over the top.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate ones. I don't think Trbojevic does anything wrong there, but Mulatalo sort of in contact, trying to fight for the ground, just loses his legs a bit and ends up in that. Like, he's as guilty as getting himself into that position as a defender, but as we know, they'll always call those crusher tackles now.
So 6 minutes gone in the second half. Brayley, Nico Hines, Tommy Hazelton, 30 metres out, big strong legs. And inside the 30 he goes, and he'll play it 29 metres out on tackle 2. Brayley again, Nico Hines, Sifa Talakai up the middle. Sifa spins and turns, and Bullimore brings him down. They're tackling for the game now, Manly. Brayley, Nico Hines gets it away to Teague Wilton. They're only 15 metres out. Westpac red zone bringing the footy. They're on the attack again, Cronulla. A dummy half, Brayley. Then Trindle goes right. Nico Hines goes right. Quick hands, Kennedy. Ramey and stopped by Talau. Kennedy on the runaround. Gets away from one. Gets away from Brown. Straightens up. Goes on his own again. Leads up. Oh, he doesn't need the support. A brilliant individual try from Kennedy. Wow. That's beautiful to watch. That's just individual brilliance. And off he goes. Wade, you've got to have the first word here.
Oh, wow. Well, they took that last one off him, but didn't he make up for it there? It was a great shift out to the Sharkies' right. All 3 indicators on it. Went from Trindle to Hines to Kennedy. Good defence on the edge. They were up and in. They shut the ball down at Jesse Ramian, but he manages to find an offload. A bit of broken field play. Kennedy gets the ball, beats Talau, beats Brown, he spins around, beats Trbojevic, beats Hopewadi, shows and goes on Cherry-Evans, and then beats Olakawatu for speed. He beats 7 blokes, Grummy. What a try, Will Kennedy.
That is what you call razzle-dazzle. And I don't think I've ever seen a bloke do 2 goosies in a game. But Will Kennedy has now. First one got taken off him, but this one wasn't. And we spoke about it earlier, Wado. Through the middle. They were shut down on the edges, but Will Kennedy, as he does, He probes, he sniffs around and gets a beautiful try. And the Sharkies are up 12-0 with the kick to come, Maroon.
Oh, beautiful try from Kennedy after he had the earlier one taken away from him. But William Kennedy gets a great try right under the post. Per deck kick predicted 98% for Nico Hines as the blue sky continues in the city of Perth. Right over the black dot it goes. So Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Cronulla now lead Manly by 14 points to 0 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Planning an Easter trip? Sleep better with CPAP Direct's Easter travel sale. With over 20 locations, expert advice, top brands and a 5% price beat guarantee, they've got you covered. Shop travel-friendly CPAP solutions in-store or at cpap.com.au today.
And we are back to the halfway line as we take a look at some of the aerial view shots of beautiful Perth, the Swan River, the bridge, the beautiful Optus Stadium, and the point-scoring machine. They've kept him pointless today. Ruben Garrick kicks off, and now it's Toby Rudolph. Cronulla can smell a win. They can sniff a win, but there's a long way to go in this game. Brayley goes to dummy half, gets the pass away to Stone Street, met by Olakawatu, and he'll be brought down and gets up to play it back at dummy half there. Brayley once again, then Sifa Talakai, and Sifa's always so good off the bench.
It's been great today, Maroon.
And Fivey's own side of the halfway line. Short side Brayley, got the ball away to Teague Wilton. Teague bounced out of a tackle, and that's a good set after points from Cronulla. They're inside Manly's end on tackle 4. 9 gone second half on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Hazelton, Bullimore and Trebojevic bring him down. Last play. Let's have a look at what this option is for the Sharkies. It comes across to Trindle. Been good today. 40 metres out. Up goes the kick from Trindle. It comes down in the field of play. Up goes Mulatalo. But with the ball right now is Hopewati. 2 metres out. Well, the fact is, Wado, Manly really haven't been down the right end. The whole game, they haven't really looked like scoring.
No, well, they've had opportunities. Obviously, that error straight after half-time for the Sharkies, but all that early on-goal line defence really set them up for the rest of the game. They look comfortable when they're defending, but that was a great set after points to have your kick finish a metre out from the opposition's try line after you've found some points is exactly what the coach is after. And just a worry for Manly, keeping an eye on Olakawatu, who seems to be having some sort of arm issue, whether it's his shoulder or his elbow, but he's certainly not 100% there.
Well, that kick was not the kick from Manly. It went straight down the throat of Kennedy.
Jack Trebojevic underneath Stone Street. Just welcome to the middle, son.
And Stone Street will play it back to Nico Hines and Ramian. And Ramian is going to be brought down there by Simpkin. Cronulla 14, Manly 0. You can't frighten a Mitsubishi Triton. Hines gets the dummy half, gets it away to Trindle. Kennedy now, quick hands. Oh, juggled and picked up there by Mulatalo. Referee says he's knocked it on. Adam G says he's knocked it on. And so this will be a Manly ball.
Mulatalo, he nearly dropped the ball 9 times, and then he wants to try and get a penalty after that. And then he drops the ball. That's just him. There's always something happening, but I love him. He's an effort player. He's in amongst it. He's a winger. He comes into the middle, and he's a great player. He's had a good game today.
Yeah, and it's not what the Sharkies really need at the moment. As you said before, Maroon, Manly, they're really struggling to get out of their own end. They haven't had much opportunity, but if you keep gifting them opportunities as they get a scrum here inside of the Sharks half to start with, eventually Cherry Evans or Brooks, they'll find a weakness in your defensive line, and just inviting them into the game with ill-disciplined errors like that.
Simpkin now, Manly get a rare chance with the football. And when I say that, possession's 50-50. It feels like Cronulla certainly have had all the field position. Luke Brooks and then Nathan Brown straight up the middle. And we'll play it back to Simpkin again. To the left side, Jake Trebojevic. Luke Brooks is 25 metres out. Comes across field, ran straight into Brayley, and of course Brayley didn't miss him. 25 metres out on tackle 4. Simpkin now inside the West back red zone and brought down by Nickera. Last play Manly. As close as they've been as I can recall. Daly Cherry Evans to the right side. Bullimore needs support. He got the pass back to Cherry Evans, who knocked back, and he threw it across to Hopewati, who got it away to Garrick. Garrick steps inside 1 and 2 and still going Garrick and puts a little kick in. Chased through by Fa'alolo. The winger goes over, and that should be a fair try to Manly in the corner. And Adam G says You betcha.
I've got absolutely no idea what happens here because it was a kerfuffle. That's what I would call it here, Maroon. But it was last tackle, Manly. They hit short. Bullymore throws an offload pretty much nowhere. As you can see here on the Harvey Norman replay, throws it out the back to Cherry Evans. He drops it, kicks it, throws it back to Hopper. Hopper passes to Garrick, but Garrick's the man, steps back on the inside. Cronulla, they've got to be more desperate here. He puts in a nice little grubber into the corner, and I'd love to have another look at this, but you said it, Maroon, he hasn't been in the game much, but it's a beautiful kick by Garrick, and
does he ground that?
Yeah, he gets it down eventually, Wado.
Yeah, just that scramble, D. I don't know what they were doing. I know they're a little bit short, but here at this opportunity, Garrick gets it, and they're all running backwards, Grubby. The Cronulla defence, they're running with him to the try line. Trindle's backing off, Will Kennedy's backing off, Mulatalo's backing off. Someone's just got to go tackle him and allow the players who's scrambling to sort out the ball. Instead they give him too much time and they run out of space. But great hit back from Manly, and we mentioned on the back of that error, they haven't looked likely at all, Manly, but you give them an opportunity enough times and they'll make you pay. So game right back on here as we see Garrick from the sideline. I reckon he's going to have a decent percentage here. He can kick a goal, this fella.
Clayton Fowler-Lolo scored the try. Ruben Garrick, 48% on the Pertec kick predictor. Drama resistance since 1980. Here is Ruben, another, I know we say it all the time, another superstar from Gerringong. Here comes Ruben, moves in, nice and straight, nice and strong, coming around, and he's kicked it. So Cronulla 14, Manly 6 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Like the toughest footy players, Pertex hoses don't crack under pressure. Designed and tested to handle anything thrown their way, they keep equipment running no matter the conditions. Pertec, drama resistant since 1980.
And now we've got a game on our hands, boys. Rabbitohs, Cowboys next. Sorry, Wado, who did you say is going to win that one? Cowboys. What about you, Grubby?
I'll go the Rabbitohs.
Okay, you got.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it's your game your birthday tomorrow, and the doggies aren't playing.
No, we got the week off. We got the bye.
Yep.
6-0, boys. Looking nice coming into Good Friday, which will be a cracker, Maroon.
Yes.
They're looking to break the Good Friday record of above 50 or 60,000 for that game.
Oh, I would love to see that as well. Like doggies fans at the top of the table, off the bye, get out there to support. We know they're going to be there to support. And South Sydney fans, your boys are going so well. Like, there's an opportunity to really make a statement across the game and get 60,000 people or more to that venue on a Good Friday. It would be fantastic for the game if we see a crowd like that.
Maroon, Souths are overachieving this year. You'd be proud as a fan, wouldn't you, mate?
Oh, absolutely, mate. They've only lost the one game, and that's going to be a great game. That you talk about that takes me back to that 2012 game where they sold the joint out. I think Adam Reynolds won his hammy that night.
Yeah.
So they just got two great old clubs with a great rivalry. Brown plays it back to Simpkin, and then it goes to Luke Brooks, who kicks it on tackle 5. It comes down and taken on the full by that is Kennedy, and he'll get up and play it. And I've got a text message here from one of my oldest friends in the world, the beautiful Di Langmack, who says to tell Grubby, sorry I missed his birthday, but next week at the Souths game there will be a quote-unquote Mississippi mud cake waiting for him.
Oh, that's my favourite.
Mississippi mud cake.
And Di Langmack, one of the greats. One of the
great
best,
humans.
One of the best in the community.
One of the great humans.
Always looking to improve the club.
Yes, one of the absolute best humans ever. Ball comes across now, and we've got the ball now with Toby Rudolph, just his own side of the halfway line. That tackle was high, was it? Is that what referee Adam G is saying? Yes. So penalty goes to Cronulla. They lead the game 14-6.
Rado, halfback on a front rower here. Is he? Are you staying down for this one, Rado? You can't.
No way in the world. It wasn't him. To be honest, Daly has this in his game. It's a technique that not many people can pull off. The great Jeremy Smith used to be able to do it. It's the Cumberland throw, the hip toss, and he uses your own weight and your own momentum just to completely whip you over. And he got Toby Rudolph a beauty. He got Dan Atkinson the tackle before too. He's cheeky like that, Daly, but yeah, just the referee Adam G thought it may have slipped up a little high.
A little bit different to the Malachi Crunch, isn't it?
Not in this. The Malachi Crunch is a lot more technique involved and a lot more communication. So here's Cronulla on the attack. 16 gone second half. Inside the Westpac red zone. Nico Hines. He got the pass.
ball's fit, intercepted by Luke Brooks. Brooks is away. Is Brooks going to have the pace over the halfway, over the 40, over the 20? Is he going to have the pace? I'll tell you what he is. And Luke Brooks runs the length of the field. And Manly are back, baby. Oh, Wade Graham, how do you feel?
Oh, it's a great bit of play by Luke Brooks. Cronulla Sharks are looking dangerous. Attacking to their right-hand side. They've had success there today already. Braden Trindle goes in deep into the line, looks to play short to his back rower. Britt Nakora, who's one of the best hole runners in the competition, on a little out ball. But Luke Brooks, he's ahead of the game there, just sticks his mid out, brings it in, and he's still got the pace and the little old legs. Brooksy races away 75 metres. A couple of chasers in behind him. Again, Dan Atkinson gave him a little attention over the top at the end. I don't think he liked that, but yeah, it was a big play. And now it's game on, Maroon. I'm feeling excited.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are.
Well, that was an all-or-nothing play there from Brooksy, because if he doesn't take that, I think Nakora scores, even though the centre jammed in. But the little hamstrings, they've tweaked a couple of times for Brooksy, but he got home, and, wow, this has come out of nowhere. This is going to be a great finish, but... yeah, the Sharkies, they're just going to be sitting behind that try line way going, what is going on here?
They were looking good. They were good. It was just a bit of execution. Trindle went deep into the line, and Brooks heads-up play to go for it. It was all or nothing, as you said, Grubby. You see Ruben Garrick, he's 20 in from touch, 21 metres out, Maroon. I'm saying 100% here.
All right, well, the Pertec kick predictor says 50%. Here's Ruben. Nice and straight again. Nice and direct and right over. Oh, baby, we got a game on our hands. Cronulla now lead Manly by 14 points to 12 as Triple M rocks the footy.
Geez, they're working hard out there. You know who else is working hard? Cbus Super, securing you the retirement you've earned. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Cbus is right for you.
And now we've got a game on our hands after Luke Brooks ran about 75, 80 metres to score an intercept try. I love a good intercept. And Manly are back in this game. They trailed 8-0 at half-time. They trailed 14-0, and now they trail 14 points to 12. And there's only 18 minutes to go on. So finally, this game has got a bit of spice, a bit of life in it, Grubby Reynolds.
Yeah, it sure has. And it's been a weird game, and that's, an intercept is probably what's going to, dictate this game. But it's the Sharkies, I just don't think they're doing too much wrong. But if they can get back into the grind and the set, they look way better than Manly. Manly's attack today hasn't been, at where it needs to be, but they're grinding away. This is what I think it's going to be. Who can go to the 78th minute?
As it comes out now, after points, Ulukawatu up toward the halfway line. It's a good run. It's Cronulla 14 leading Manly 12. It's anybody's game on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Daly Cherry Evans got it back now to Takiyaho, who looked to offload, but he'll be brought down. And Hamoli Ulukawatu is injured again. We'll keep an eye on him in the back play. Played back to Simpkin, given to Jake Trebojevic, then Brooks. Brooks gave it back inside to Ben Trebojevic, and he'll play it just inside Cronulla's territory. It's the last play for the Sharkies. Back to Brooks from 45 metres out. Up goes the kick. Kennedy is under it. Kennedy goes up, takes it beautifully, lands back on the grass before he's put down by Kohler, 20 metres out from his own try line. 19 gone in the second half. Gets up slowly, plays it back to Nico Hines. Now it's Ramian, and Ramian's met by Bullimore, and so too Simpkin, and that'll be tackle number 2. Expert comments from Grubby and Wade, thanks to Cbus Super. Stone Street, who's got bagged a couple of tries already today. And he is third tackle, about 19 his own side of the halfway line. Now Cam McInnes, met and brought down by Daly Cherry Evans. Will Kennedy is down, and it looks like a leg. Well, you blokes will be more experienced and educated to talk about that. I'll come back to that shortly. Nico Hines, Atkinson went away to Nickera. Nickera's into space. He's got his winger. Nickera's still going, brought down 29 metres out. All of a sudden, we've got a game on our hands. Tackle 5, says Adam G. Stone Street, back to Nico Hines from 30 metres out. Up goes the kick, taken by Ramian. And over the sideline it goes. Now, Will Kennedy, what was that, just cramp?
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has had a lot of high-speed meters. He had that long break, obviously warm conditions with the travel, and then that other... I know he only ran 30 metres for that try. He did score, but he ran circles around him, so he probably got up to 70 or 80 metres. So the good thing for the Sharks is if it gets any worse, there's still 20 minutes to go in this game. There's Dan Atkinson in the team, so he can go back to fullback, or Nico can go back to fullback, and Naka can go in the half. So there's cover there, but not ideal. They need the fullback out there as long as they can keep him.
He's been one of their best today, Wade.
He's been their
Kennedy.
best. Been their best, yeah.
Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard, Cronulla 14, Manly 12. Ball is played back to Simpkin. Simpkin went left, got it away to Luke Brooks. He come back into the traffic. Luke Brooks looks for support, then straightens up, brought down by Teague Wilton. 10 metres inside, Sharks end, tackle 5 for Manly. Now Daly Cherry Evans from 40 metres out. Up goes the kick. Pressure's on Will Kennedy. Oh, and he goes up and takes it beautifully. So he might just be our triple MVP as he gets up and plays it to Trindle. And then it comes back in field to Hiroti.
Defensive intensity is definitely lifted for Manly. They've sensed that the game's right back on in the balance here. They're getting off their line as quick as they have all game.
Ethan Bullymore comes off for a rest. And Nico Hines then got it away to Jess Ramey and straight into the defence, brought down beautifully by his opposite number, Kohler. Then Brayley back inside to Cam McInnes, got it away to Atkinson. Quick hands needed. Goes out now. It ends up with Ramey, and Ramey got the pass away to Hiroti. Teague Wilton will take the tackle. And then it's played back to Hiroti again. Back in field to Trindle from 45 metres out. Launches this one down. It bounces awkwardly. Hines comes through. Still alive and taken dead by Hopewati for Manly. Hasn't this game come alive all of a sudden?
That was an ugly, ugly bomb, and Hopewati didn't want anything to do with it. He's let it bounce, and a nice chase there from Nico Hines, but the Sharkies, can they camp down here? Well, we've got to see if the short drop out the worst.
Yeah, the short drop out. But it was a great kick from Trindle. It was an attempted floater. He hits the belly of the ball, but doesn't quite get it. It's actually rotating away from Hopewati as we see Brooks with an absolute shambles of a kick.
Short drop out.
There's been a couple of poor attempts from both teams there. But yeah, Sharkies will capitalise here on some good field position and have an opportunity to attack, and you really sense that they need to find some points, don't you, Grubby? Because Manly's starting to sense where the game's at and having some momentum.
Fanua Blake time, I reckon.
Short dropout means that it didn't go the 10. It means Cronulla have the ball on the 10, and they have the ball now centre field. It's played to Atkinson down the right side, gets inside the Westpac red zone, stopped by Ben Trebojevic, and Lukey Brooks might be looking for another intercept. 23 minutes gone, 14-12 Cronulla lead. Played to Brayley, given then to Adam Fanua-Blake. Here comes the big fella. He's about 2 metres out. Make that half a metre from the Manly line. Gets up and plays it back. Brayley again. Atkinson, and picked off and brought down by Takayaho. 5 metres out on tackle 4 for Cronulla. Who will be next to score? Brayley goes left. Trindle now. Nico Hines has got it. Got the ball away. Mulatalo and out to Hiroti. And Hiroti goes over in the corner. Cronulla are next to score, and they lead the game by 6.
Well, I haven't seen this many cramps in a long time, boys, so I'm suggesting it's hot. But it was an awkward play. It looked weird, but it ended up, it was a try. They all count for the same thing in the end. Fanua-Blake went close, as I said, but it was nice. Brayley, as he does, nice and square into the line. Trindle plays early to Nico Hines and pumps long, hits short. Mulatalo in the centres, and it was a nice try. Finished off by Hiroti, but the Sharkies needed that weight. They needed to hit back as Manly had all the energy at that time.
Yeah, Grubby, there's a little bit of class ball playing there by Nico Hines. You'll be able to talk on this. He just gets it out the back, and just a little couple of small pumps just had the interest of the Farlow, the winger, to go rock out, gave the space to Ronnie Mulatalo, which ultimately led to the try. Just that little bit of skill to look like you're going to throw it long, have that winger in 2 minds to create that space. It's real craft in some playmaking there, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong, Wado, and you know we call it the double pump, but Mulatalo was in the centres there, and let's not take away from his beautiful play. Like, that is hard to do. He was getting tackled, and then to offload the ball into Hiroti on the wing was a beautiful play.
It's a big kick, Maroon. What's the percentage?
Pertec kick predictor, it's 53%. Pertec kick predictor, Nico Hines to put them more than a converted try ahead. Cronulla 18 from the sideline. Nico Hines' kick is straight, but no good off the upright. Cronulla 18, Manly 12 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Tough by turbocharged power. 10-year warranty, 10 years cap price servicing. I'd like to get one in Perth and drive it down the Nullarbor back home to the Harbour City, because that's how much I love the Triton.
You like Perth or not like Perth?
I like Perth. I like it, but it's too far away. I find it's not worth the trouble. Can I say that? If I'm there, I'm having fun. I'm in a nice restaurant. I'm watching the
What
footy.
happens if we say to Mitsubishi, we go Triton,
Yeah.
you get your Triton fully kitted out and you can drive there through the Nullarbor?
Well, all I can think there is I feel the love. If you say that I feel the love, I'll drive there and back.
Well, it's better than driving your Mustang down there.
I don't have a Mustang, and you're being passive-aggressive. All right? You're being passive-aggressive. I'm a Chev man, not a Ford man. Mustangs must be good because everybody's got one. Now the ball comes across to Oregon Kafusi, and none of them are as good as the Triton. Gets up and plays it back to Brayley. Brayley gets it away to McInnes. 18-12, we could be going into Golden Point extra time. You better tell Sian, Josh Reynolds, that you're going to be late for your romantic dinner, and you might need some pickle juice too because you've had a long day. And the ball goes back to, it's dropped backwards by Nico Hines. It's loose. It's picked up by Will Kennedy, and he'll play it 20 metres out from his own line on tackle 4. Then Brayley again. Then it goes across to Adam Fanua-Blake. Can they hold on your mob, Wado?
Oh, listen, I don't think it's about holding on. They've still got to play some footy here. There's only 6 points in it, 14 minutes to go. There's still plenty of time. So, yeah, I wouldn't be worried about holding on. I'd be worried about trying to extend if I was on that field.
Okay, this is Tommy Talau. Playing it back now to Clayton Faualolo, who we haven't seen a lot of before today. But by gee, he's got some promise, the kid. And he'll get up and play it back then to DCE short side. Olakawatu gets out of a tackle. Horotti comes at him again and brings him down with the help of Trindle.
Leo don't miss that way, though. Oh.
It goes across to Delhi Jerry Evans. Now Josh Aloye. Again, Olakawatu gets up damaged. 25 metres out, left side Brooks. Daly Cherry Evans left again. And it goes out now to Hopawati. 9 metres out and 5 in from touch. Oh dear. Tackle 5. Here come Manly. Played to Kohler. Daly Cherry Evans kicks across the face of the uprights. Taken on the full by Ruben Garrick. Kicks off the uprights, off the goalposts. And somehow Cronulla have got themselves offside, off one Cronulla player into another. Manly penalty right in front.
Yeah, it's just a ricochet. It's a bit unfortunate, but it does happen in our game. Garrick, bit of open field play, fashions a kick. It hits one of the front rowers from the Sharks and just pops into Blake Brayley's hands. It was in front of him, but just one of those things you've got to get on with and defend your own goal line now.
Now this is Simpkin, and to the left is Brooks, and then straight up goes Benny Trebojevic. 5 metres out, 12 and a half to go in the game. Played to Simpkin again. Simpkin to Brooks. Brooks to the centre. Daly Cherry Evans got the ball away then to Hopawati. Always looks dangerous with it. And he'll play it 6 metres out from the Cronulla line on tackle 3. In a dummy half there is Ruben Garrick. Short side Ruben goes on his own. And we'll play it a millimetre short. So up he gets now. A dummy half is Hopawati. Long pass back toward the centre, Cherry Evans. Then Jake Trebojevic. Luke Brooks has knocked it on. Well, look, with respect, I'm not an NRL player, Grubby, but
don't say it. Don't
he's
say
entitled
it.
to catch
Don't
that.
say it, mate.
Well, it's not for me to comment, but that was right there in front of him, wasn't it?
Well, mistakes happen, Maroon. Mistakes happen. He'd be disappointed in himself. The ball was a little bit out in front, but again, that was just another little confidence hit to Manly with their attack and a boost to Cronulla from their defence.
I'll say the one thing today from Cronulla's perspective, Wader, their online defence has been great. They have been really good. That's one good thing you can take out of these games, because you defend your line like that's the most important thing sometimes. So Fitzy will be very happy with Cronulla's online defence today.
=M_NRL. Elliot Shoebridge says, hey, go easy on the Mustang, I've got one. Well, I'll tell you what, Elliot, so's every other middle-aged man in Sydney, so enjoy it. 11 minutes left in the game. Cronulla 18, Manly 12. Get yourself a Mitsubishi Triton. Hines has got the ball back to Cam McInnes, who takes the tackle. And we notice the Premier of Western Australia, Mr. Cook, is wearing a Rabbitohs scarf as it comes across to Teague Wilton. I think it's Roger Cook is his name. Roger the Dodger.
That's what they call it.
It would have been a wonderful opportunity for the NRL or Roger himself just to sneak a Bears scarf onto him.
Oh, that's a great idea. As Ramian throws it behind Stone Street, Talau is there. You're an ideas man, Wado. You are an ideas
Someone
man.
from the NRL over there should have been ahead of that. It should take me here in Sydney thinking of it to get a little bit of PR work over for the Premier and the Western bid for the Bears.
Talau, I should say, Simpkin, Cherry Evans, Josh Aloye, 10 to go. Cronulla 18, Manly 12 on tackle 3. Simpkin goes left side to Cherry Evans, and then it comes out now. Oh, here we go down the sideline. Fawalolo away from one.
Tackle.
Brought down by Vanua Blake. A try saver, 2 metres out. Played to Ruben Garrick. A long ball back to Hopewati. Then it comes out to Simpkin. Aloye got it away to Brooks. Brooks got the pass to Ben Trebojevic. He's run out of room. Comes back inside. Takes the tackle. Did he knock that on, Ben? No. Tackle 5. Simpkin short side again. Brooks, will he kick it? No. Kohler's got it. And Kohler will take the tackle. Change over. 9.5 to go. Cronulla 18, Manly 12.
Well, they're making it hard on themselves, the Sharkies, with their errors and not completing in the discipline, putting pressure on their defence. But just again there, Grubby, defending their own try line. Manly shifted the ball from the right-hand corner, and the Sharks made the tackle on the 20-metre line. That's how fast their line speed was. They took all that space, and Manly just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, you're right, Wader. Their line speed and defending their try line's been awesome, but I feel they've gone into their shell with the ball. Like, we speak about protecting the lead. There's still 9 minutes. 9 minutes in rugby league these days is so long. So they've got to start playing their plays and doing what they've been doing, getting into a bit of rhythm and finish this game off.
So fourth tackle as it goes across to Nico Hines. Inside the final 9 minutes now. Triple M rocking the footy for Riemann Mackers. Back it comes now for Trindle. From inside the 40, the kick is high. Nowhere near the sideline. Under it is Clay Fawalolo, who we've come to know and love today. And Fawalolo almost gets out of a tackle. And brought down by Teague Wilton. Will get up and play it back to Daly Cherry Evans at dummy half. Manly need to be next to score, obviously, as Ruben Garrick gets away from 1, gets away from 2. And then we'll play at 10 metres his own side of the halfway line on tackle 2.
There is so much fatigue out there in players from both teams. Just then, Fawalolo goes down with cramp as well, and I don't know, it must be 27 degrees, but the Humidex is saying it feels like 37 degrees because players are going down everywhere.
Now the ball will be with Brooks, and Brooks will go right to Cherry Evans, and quick hands Olakau'atu got it away to Ruben Garrick. Garrick's knocked that on. Just an uncharacteristic mistake from Ruben. But the pressure's on Manly. I guess. Hang on, we're going to have a look at this, says the G-string.
So coming into 5, on-field ruling was a knock on Manly.
This is definitely got to be a knock on, but you know, you've got to challenge. They're desperate, Manly. But this was a beautiful play here from Olakau'atu as we see it in the captain's try. You've got to call that a knock on.
Ruben Garrick loses possession of the ball, which goes forward. This is a knock on.
Just back to Olakau'atu's play.
The challenge is unsuccessful.
He got the ball early, showed inside, which held up the defensive line, and popped it to Ruben Garrick. That is special. Not many back rows can do that. I know one can. And he's sitting to the right-hand side of it, but not many of them could do that.
It is a great bit of skill, and, you know, Grubby, as a young half, you're actually taught that. Catch the ball out in 2 hands, show inside to play outside, or show outside to play inside, just to hold up that defence. A little bit of deception, and the big man, Olakau'atu, showing he might have made a decent 6 back in the day somewhere growing up.
Oh, imagine turning up and you're playing against the Auburn Owls, and Olakau'atu's got the 6 on his back.
And they're the Guildford Owls, if you must know.
No, they joined Auburn Guildford. Yeah.
That's the first I've heard of it. Hoot, hoot. Guildford Owls are listening. Great club.
They are. I know, Charlie from the Guildford Owls, a legend.
Ball comes back across now to which Charlie?
Chicka Charlie.
All right, here we go. Warringah, Kafusi plays it back to Brayley, and then Trindle got the pass away to Teague Wilton, and Teague Wilton's inside the 40. Is it field goal time yet, Grubby?
Oh, no, I'd be kicking it into the corner. Just saying to Manly, come out of trouble.
Back now to Trindle, and then it went to McInnes, and Cam McInnes is 30 metres out. Cronulla 18, Manly 12 on the Triple M Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. It went left to Trindle from 30 metres out. Up it goes, under it is. The fullback, Hopewati, comes down without it. I think he's knocked it on. Oh, trouble, you Manly fans. Now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble with a capital T.
Wow, and no challenge either to challenge that. Jesse Raymond comes all the way from his right centre to the left-hand side of the field, gets up. I actually thought he touched that first. Or there may have been a touch from Hopewadi as well. Knock on, but what an opportunity here, Grubby. They have a whole set of 6 and maybe Maroon at this stage as we see a worrying sign. Adam Fanua-Blake looking at a groin injury, possibly he's come off the field. But yeah, Grubby, you get a whole set of 6 and then if you're in position...
Here's Mulatalo, 5 metres out. Cronulla 18, Manly 12. A try and a goal would probably seal it. 6 to go, played to Brayley, given then on to Hiroti, who's already got a try today. We don't see a lot of Mawini Hiroti in first grade. 1 metre out, he's going to get up and play it back. Brayley again to the centre. It comes out to Warringah Kafusi, met by the defence of... Takayaho. Simkin brings him down right in front of the post and 1 metre out right side. Nico Hines back in field comes Nikora and brought down 2 metres out. 4th tackle Cronulla. Manly playing for their lives here. Nico Hines, he got a little pass away to Teague Wilton. Last play, maybe it's field goal time now. Last play, back it goes across. Tommy Hazelton. Tommy, the Goldman Stockman is over for a try. Big Tommy Hazelton, the cult hero, goes over, and Cronulla lead 22-12, 5 to go.
I'm not sure what was happening there. I think Brayley wanted someone out the back to plot the field goal, but why would you? When you've got the try-scoring king. From where is he from? Goulburn?
Goulburn.
There you go. They beat him tough in Goulburn, but Hazelton, he does this all the time. And it's a tough tackle. Jakey Simpkins there, one-on-one. You had Kafusi and Hazelton, take your pick. And it looks like, Wado, the Sharkies have finally sealed it. It's ugly, but you'll take it.
100%. Heading over to Perth off the back of a couple of losses. Sharkies looking to bounce back into the winner's circle. And listen, it hasn't been their best performance, and Manly's in the same boat. It hasn't been as clinical as either team would have liked, but valuable 2 points. They get this done. Another big kick here from Nico Hines right next to the post. He'll have no issues with this one. 4 minutes to go. Sharkies will be up by 12 points, Maroon.
Yeah, their goal boy from Goulburn. I spent a couple of years in Goulburn doing the breakfast show at the old 2GN back in the day.
I thought you were going to say you went to cop school.
That was down there then, yeah. But
Goulburn,
no.
yeah.
And my grandkids live down that way at Marul, and they are feral.
Could you imagine Maroon as a copper? Imagine like walking down the street, ticket to you. Noise complaint, you're talking too loud.
Oh. Your breath stinks.
Oh,
yeah. You know what? It'd suit you.
Oh, hello to all the coppers. We love you all. Don't worry about that. The boys and girls are doing a great job. Here comes Nico Hines to add the extras, and that should be the ball game. We've seen bigger comebacks, but anyway, Cronulla 24, Manly 12 on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. It's Dowie's time. It's time to do a Dowie if you're a Cronulla fan and you drive a Mitsubishi Triton. Get out on someone's lawn and do a couple of Dowies.
Oh, that's not very nice, mate.
Responsibly, of course.
Responsible Dowies.
Build a ramp and get the Triton and jump over a couple of Hiluxes and make it a real, start talking trash. Start talking trash to the competitor. Cronulla 24, Manly 12. Lots of birthday wishes coming in for Josh Reynolds, who's 36 years old tomorrow. Happy birthday, Grubby. There's a short kickoff, and we won't get a chance to really look too much at this game. Cowboys and Souths next. That game will be on the listener app because the Cowboys call team, led by a bloke named Wade Chiesa, will call that. So he's a good caller, Wade, and he's with a Ray Thompson. I think Glenn Hall's the other bloke, the old Manly South Cowboys forward, Glenn Hall. Here's Oregon Kafusi over the halfway line, a little bit of second phase, back to Brayley. Brayley doesn't know what to do with it. He's holding it out like it's a time bomb. And then Teague Wilton takes the tackle just inside Manly's end. Cronulla 24, Manly 12. It wasn't an entertaining game at first, but it kind of came to life. McInnes, Kafusi, Hines, numbers. Hines goes right through the line, puts the fend on Kohler. Kohler comes back at him again and brings him down. Inside the final 3 minutes of the game on tackle 5. Brayley goes short, then comes open, gets it away to Trindle. Trindle offloads to Kafusi. Kafusi throws one back to, I think that's knocked on Manly.
It is, mate, it is. Manly have knocked that, but that was a nice play. Brayley went down the short side on last tackle, found Hines found Trindle. Speaking about linking up, they're doing it.
That's the Sharkies we're used to seeing when they're at their best. They get a quick play of the ball, they're flat, they're fast, you have people hitting lanes and asking some tough questions. A great bit of skill by Kafusi, who knew it was last tackle, offloaded, and unfortunately for the Manly play, he just stuck his hand out and knocked it on, and Sharks can really put an exclamation mark on this performance with the try here, Grubby.
And here's Nico Hines from the scrum, 10 metres out, 11 in from touch. 2 minutes left in the game, that is tackle 1. Brayley goes to dummy half, and they are coming back to the Shire with the points. So here's Tommy Hazelton once again. Grubby, what else would you like to know about Goulburn? They got 2 Maccas, they got the big Merino, the Soldiers Club, the Workers Club. Trindle then, back in field comes Cam McKinnon.
Yeah, that big ram there.
Yeah, the big ram. Played back then for Brady to go right side to Trindle. Oh, intercept. This time it's Tommy Talau. Here's Tommy Talau. Another intercept over the halfway. But I don't think Tommy's going to have the pace to go on with it. He can't get around Ronaldo Mulatalo, who brings Talau down. Quick play the ball. Bullimore back in field. Kohler got it away to Daly Cherry Evans under the post. Oh, wow. We got a game on our hands. So they will convert 24-16, 75 seconds left. They just need to pop this one over and get back on side.
Oh, wow. Great fix, Gibbon. We need a cam. We need a camera in his box. It's just not, you don't need to throw a cutout pass with a minute, whatever there was, 30 odd to go, and give Manly a chance to possibly win this game. Look, I don't think it's going to happen, but Wado, you're scratching your head, aren't you?
Oh, just, again, no need to try and win the game twice. Just be happy with...
win the game twice.
Just be happy with burying it. But, you know, they need to survive here 57 seconds. Manly, they're still dangerous. We know they're going to get a whole set of 6. They'll go shift for shift. They're going to get plenty of work into this defence. So let's see if the Sharkies can hold on. 1:07 to go.
Now, Craig Fitzgibbon, I think he's going to have to go and change his undies, the look on his face.
What colour do you reckon they are?
Cronulla 24, Manly 18. I think they would have started out. Most people now go with I just go with the black. Let's go with the black.
Safe. It's a safe option.
It's a good colour.
You don't go white.
24, Manly 18. I just go up to the bloody Royal Randwick Shopping Centre and get 10 in a pack. But anyway, let's stay with this game. 67 seconds to go. Cronulla 24, Manly 18. So, Manly are going to have time to draw this game, to equal up. All because of an intercept. Tommy Talau couldn't run the distance, but they still got the try. The kickoff is deep. And there is exactly 1 minute left. Daly Cherry Evans floats one back across. The shift is on. Hopper Whitey takes the tackle. 55 seconds left in the game. Now Simpkin gets into dummy half. 54 seconds to the left. Takayaho takes it forward. Brought down by Cam McInnes and Tommy Hazelton. Suggestion of a crusher there. No, he's okay. 45 seconds. Simpkins. Daly Cherry Evans. Then it comes out. Olukawatu. He got the pass away to Hopper Whitey. And Hopper Whitey's going to take the tackle. 11 metres his own side of the halfway line. That's where he's going to play it. Back to Daly Cherry Evans. It went to Simpkin. Well, they're running out of time. You can't have a committee meeting out there, boys. That's tackle 4. Simpkin, Jake Trebojevic, Brooks got it away to Bullimore over the halfway line. This is it, baby. Last tackle. Simpkin and Brooks. Up goes the kick. Bullimore is offside. Down it comes. Taken by Trindle. That will be the ball. Oh, hang on a second. Ball stolen, but referee call. Referee call. Ball stolen. That's the ball game. A good finish to what started out a pretty ordinary game. It really did ramp up. And in the end, Cronulla get a 24 points to 18 win over Manly. And one of our most loved members of the Triple M team, the great Wade Graham. Congratulations, old mate.
Oh, thanks, congratulations, me. I didn't play. The boys went out there, and again, plenty of lessons from that. But most importantly, off the back of consecutive defeats, they need to get back into the winner's circle and get 2 points. And now Manly, they're in the same predicament. They've lost 2 in a row, and they're searching for some better form. But you know what? it's always a tough trip coming home, but it's better when you have the 2 points in your back pocket.
Now,
they'll be at Northies tomorrow for sure.
Well, I tell you what, we might just try and get a couple of, don't worry about Northies, you're still barred from there. We'll try and get some, courtesy of our colleagues at Fox, we will try and get some interviews from these players. So just stay with me for a second. Cronulla 24, Manly 18. The next game, Rabbitohs take on the Cowboys at Optus Stadium in Perth. If I can be honest with you, disappointing crowd, considered a region that wants their own rugby league team. Well, they haven't got out in numbers today and displayed that. I know I live in Rabbitohs territory, and I know a lot of people that flew over to watch the game. Nevertheless, that's an argument for one of the Triple M shows, or an argument for another day. A good win for Cronulla. As I said, Wado, it started out slow, that game, but it got better.
Yeah, well, you just seen the intensity from both teams lift when they knew the game was on the line. I don't know whether it, again, we spoke about it during the call, whether it was the travel or the stadium, the weather. Both teams just out of the gates a little bit flat. But yeah, certainly when they sensed the game on the line, that it was a good finish. And poor Craig Fitzgibbon, a couple of intercepts there when we looked like we were just completely in control, really opened up the door for the Manly Seagulls, didn't it, Josh?
Well, I found the both teams got more energy towards the back of the game. First, it was like they sort of couldn't, it's like they haven't got off the plane yet in the first half. It was a really dire first half, but as you said, we spoke about it in the break, Wado, just for the Sharkies and where they're at. I still look at their roster and say they're a threat. They're a massive threat. But for me, Hines and Trindle, they got to get more on the same page. You mentioned when Moylan and Hines used to float together, but I'll have to have a look at that because they look way better when they're sweeping together.
Let me go down to the sideline now because Will Kennedy has joined the Fox team. Okay. All right, we've got a little technical problem there, so sorry to have cut you off, Grubby. You're far more important than Will Kennedy.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, he didn't really do much today, only about 4,000 metres.
Yeah.
No, just saying how, the Cronulla halves, I think they need to get on the same page. There was a few times on last tackle where they both weren't sure who was going to step up and take the kick, and, we've seen them link up once, Wado, down that short side, and they scored. So, yeah, but it's only early in the season. They'll still be a threat when it comes later on.
Yeah, I think the most pleasing thing, and you mentioned it during the call, Grubby, would be the defensive effort from the Sharks. Now, I know it looks a bit strange saying that 24-18, but there was 2 tries for intercepts, so you can sort of live with that. They broke the line once, and really Manly didn't look like they threatened to score any opportunity they had down on the Sharkies' goal line. So positives to take out of that, but it's like anything. If you get your defence right and you can trust in that, well, your attack can grow, and there's no doubt the combination between Trindle, Nicho Hines and Will Kennedy is still growing.
Okay, that's a win for Cronulla, 24-18 over Manly. Specsavers Audiology Play of the Day. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Here is the Play of the Day.
Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
The Triple M NRL Play of the Day.
Kennedy on the runaround, gets away from one, gets away from Brown, straightens up, goes on his own again, leads up. Oh, a brilliant individual try from Kennedy.
Triple M Breakfast. Bo, Ryan and Woodsy.
Me and Woodsy, we're in like the Novotel. They've got this breakfast buffet, $87 a head. He says to me, well, you put it on your bill. Triple M will refund it. Yeah. I go and get an omelette. He comes back with a giant-sized bowl of Cocoa Pops. What an idiot.
And I went back for seconds too.
Best Sheds 25% off all shed sale is on now. T's and C's apply.
Triple M Breakfast. 6 to 9 a.m. weekdays on Triple M.
Anaconda's Easter Payless sale is on now. Gear up for the great outdoors with unmissable deals, like up to 60% off all swags and mats by June 4-wheel drive. Pay less so you can play more during Anaconda's Easter Payless sale. Anaconda!
Is gambling getting in the way at work? Getting in the middle of your relationship?
Are you coming to bed?
Or even infiltrating your child's games? Gambling can impact our lives and loved ones in ways you might not realise. Be aware. Visit Gamble Aware. For information or confidential support 24/7, Visit gambleaware.nsw.gov.au. A New South Wales Government initiative.
These school holidays, family fun starts at Hoyts. Prepare to fight crime alongside Dogman. Get ready to build your adventure in a Minecraft movie and enter a magical fairy tale in Disney's Snow White. Book your tickets now at hoyts.com.au.
With NRMA Insurance, you could enjoy our multi-policy discount when you take out 2 or more eligible policies. NRMA Insurance, a help company. Discount applies in tiers based on the number of eligible policies. Maximum tier reached at 9 eligible policies. Visit nrma.com.au/customer-discounts for more info. Discount may be subject to minimum premiums. Always read the PDS. PDS and TMDs available from NRMA Insurance at nrma.com.au.
I love my NRL on KO.
Nico Hines.
Yes, brave.
More enthusiasm. KO has every game of every round live with no ad breaks in play. Let's try again.
KO, get on board.
That's better.
When you're passionate about the footy, you know the game like the back of your hand. It's a bit like that at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. We're passionate about the trade and we know it better than anyone. With expert advice and top quality timber and building products, our dedicated trade teams are ready with specialised service backed by an Australia-wide network. So while you support your team, Mitre 10 Trade is supporting you. That's mighty helpful. Mitre 10.
The Snooze Autumn Sale is on now. Save up to 40% off selected bed frames. Plus, take an extra 10% off selected bed frames on already reduced prices. Hurry, sale on now. Exclusions, T's and C's apply.
What a little snooze can do.
Jacko. Yeah, you've had a few, and the overconfident you is thinking, I'll drive home. Easy, just around the corner. But Jack, say hello to your Terry godmother. A 6'5" friendly reminder that just a few is a few too many. And those sweet somethings Terry's whispering. Booze-induced poor judgment. Get a taxi. Good idea. And it was your good idea, Jack. If you're drinking, don't drive. What's your plan B? A message from the New South Wales Government.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
Thanks to the reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Nothing can frighten a Triton.
To Triple M NRL, Cronulla have had a good win in this doubleheader in Perth. They've beaten Manly by 24 points to 18. The Triple MVP is thanks to CPAP. I'm just going to go to you first here, Wado.
Listen, I'm going to have to forfeit my right to pick the MVP.
Yep.
I have a definite conflict.
Yeah, you do. You definitely
and
do.
a bias towards the black, white and blue. So, Grubby, you're going to have to step up today and, through objective eyes, select the MVP.
I wasn't ready, but here we go. 3 points. I can't go past Will Kennedy. He got a beautiful try stripped off him. He should have been a bit smarter. That's my only. That
was his only bad moment of the game.
That's the only bad moment of the game. But he was just everywhere. That try he did score was a beautiful try, and the pickle juice come out and he fought on. But I thought he was Cronulla's best, just turning up in a game where I said someone needs to stand up. It was a bit scrappy, but I thought Kennedy was great. 2 points I'm going Talakai. I thought he changed the momentum and the speed of the game through the middle. Cronulla looked their best when they were through the middle, and I thought Talakai was the reason for that. So coming back into his first game, he was great, and just Stone Street to 1 point. I just thought that grab was unbelievable. I think he got 2 tries, 164 metres, so it was solid for the Sharkies as well, the local junior Marine.
So your man of the match is Will Kennedy, your Triple MVP.
That's the one, mate.
Oh, good on you, Grubby. Have a great birthday. And, of course, that's all thanks to CPAP Direct. Get expert advice and unbeatable prices. CPAP Direct. Visit us in-store or at cpap.com.au.
Did you not want the 2-1?
No, I like how you start. What you do, there's nothing wrong with it. But you start with the man of the match and then you move down.
I mix it up.
You mix it up, don't you? So where are you taking Sian out tonight for your birthday?
None of your business?
No, it is my business because I'll ring her and find out. Because I'll say, Sian, if this creep is taking you out to a restaurant, I want to make sure you get home safely.
I'm going to the all-you-can-eat buffet at Windsor. Pizza Hut.
Windsor Leagues, that's a great buffet there. Why don't you pop into Bankstown RSL, tell them I sent you and head up to the Star Buffet?
Yeah.
Mate, we've got the best choo-choo sushi train you've ever... A chocky fountain, beef spare ribs.
Is that sushi or sushi?
Sushi.
What do you say?
Sushi.
Well, how I say it's the way you say it, so don't worry
Sushi.
about it. Sushi. Sushi. How do I say it? Now I don't know how I say it.
Fishy.
Never mind. Never mind. I've had enough of you two. That's just about enough. Thank you very much. We will see you back tomorrow when Dan calls the next game live on Triple M, thanks to Riemann Maccas. Congratulations to Cronulla as Triple M rocks the footy. Mitre 10 Trade. Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre. Here are the highlights.
Shut up. The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy. Full-time highlights.
Get expert service trusted by the trade at your local Mitre 10 Trade Centre.
Stone Street on the wing, tackles it, catches it, and goes over in the corner. Brindle puts a little kick in. Stone Street gets there first. Kennedy on the runaround, goes on his own again. Oh, a brilliant individual try from Kennedy. Still going, Garrick, puts a little kick in. Chased through by Fa'alolo. The winger goes over the 40, over the 20, and Luke Brooks runs the length of the field. Manly are back, baby. Nico Hines has got it, got the ball away. Mulatalo now to Hiroti. Hiroti goes over in the corner. Back it goes across. Tommy Hazelton. The Golden Stockman is over for a try. Back in field, Kohler got it away to Daly. Jerry Evans under the post.
Cronulla 24, Manly 18.